Tell your husbands, tell your wives, tell your sisters, your brothers, your grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, children, nieces, and nephews. Y'all aren't going to miss this because a little bit of extra stuff just dropped. And we're going to get a video that's going to get unlisted to react to. And it's kind of bad. And I'm gonna reveal some stuff that I'm gonna reveal some stuff tonight that I just found out last night. Well, a little bit. I can't do everything, but yeah. Well, we'll find out. Put a 1 in the chat if you're hyped. Let's go. It's the person of the hour, Assistant Sailor. How you doing? The only thing I can tell you about this live stream is this is not the one I planned to have. I actually planned on going over Bo Black's video that he uploaded today, but something else came up, and then xylie, you know how when you look at something and the math ain't mathing, and then all of a sudden you become a mathematician, and then 1 + 1 = 2? Where's Repzilla at? I need Repzilla. Repzilla. Paging Repzilla. Repzilla. Paging Repzilla. So, last song, you know what to do with this last song. Get your drinks on, get your eating on, get your snacks, and you have to get a little bud, get your little bit of bud so you could be smoking because you might want to be high for this one. Okay? So, yeah, last song, and then we're going to get started.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm bad, doing no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, yeah. Baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Shit on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all
tweet
fact.
this
Give me
live
one
out,
shot,
retweet
and I'll never
my
get the
tweet.
throne back.
Let's go.
I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? How we doing? Oh, wait. Oh, wrong button. How we doing today? Well, Matt's going to end up joining me because we were going to go over that Ico video because that Ico, what Nick just showed on his Twitch stream was pretty damn juicy. I was like, oh! Telling on yourself, Edwin, huh? But it's real interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, but I'm not going to, shit, it's crazy how I have to do this. Okay, so after my live stream last night, anybody who was in my live stream last night, you heard me tell Babs that I would call her. Yes, Ico W, 100%, yo. 100%. And y'all heard me tell Babs, yeah, I'll call you. Well, me, Eva, and Babs got in a call together. And it was about 2 hours long. I know everything now. And what bothers me is, everybody knows just about the whole truth. Between the 12,000 live streams and a little truth, a bit of the story here, a bit of the story there, a bit of the story here, a bit of the story there. You go to Keemstar, you go to Tommy, you go to my 4 or 5 live streams where you get a bit of truth, a bit of the scenario in the middle of a 7-hour live stream. You go to Now Recording and you hear a part, and you go to this part and hear a part. And if you compile it all together, you basically have everything but the skin of the story. The skin is the fine details. Now, granted, those aren't my fine details to give. Okay? But what bothers me is the other night when Edwin had his return live stream and then Now Recording went live. And Repzilla went up there. And when you go back and we're about to listen to that part, but you can hear me getting frustrated because I feel like Babs was getting gaslit. And I'm going to be kind of honest. And Repzilla, you still have permission, so if you're listening, you can jump right in here. You know. I'm saying this shit publicly. I feel like you're running defense for Edwin, and I don't know why. I feel like you'll do a sprinkle little talking shit about him. You know, you did it publicly. You called him a piece of shit, you know. But I feel like you're running defense for him everywhere because Babs told me everything. Everything. And I'm going to be honest with you. From what she told me about that car ride, Repzilla, you've made videos and called out people for less. Edwin, you've made videos or talked about people or called out people for less. And it's been bothering me since I got off that call with Babs. And you know what? This whole, oh, you're in the commentary community, you can't talk about being a woman. I'm sorry. As a woman, it bothers me that you're fucking running defense for him. Especially when I know what you know. Especially when I know what you know. I also know a little extra stuff too. I know what kind of good friends y'all are. You know, it don't sit right with me. Because to me, you were gaslighting her. Now, here's the funny part. Because what we're going to see after I get through my part, and we're going to get to what I would say is Chris's and Assistant Sailor's part. This dumbass here, we all know who @Teddy Fresh is, right? Moldy Pancakes. Moldy Pancakes, I'm like, oh my God, what's the timestamp when Repzilla calls in? Well, my God, he gives us a timestamp. Thank you, Salvo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already gone through this. Like this.
Okay. So, let me rewind back. Because, again, I wasn't prepared for this, but I said, fuck it.
Shouldn't. That's what he's trying to say on the
Yeah, she shared
people had this narrative and ran with it. And I mean, yeah, you shouldn't have gotten involved with Olivia. You know that. You're owning it right now by saying that you made a mistake. But people not reaching out and asking for like the whole side of like your side of the story, because there's always multiple sides to a story. So I mean, I guess this is you setting it straight so you can move on from it.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot I had like tabs, but yeah, that's the Olivia segment. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty much all covered as far as like everything, right? Otherwise, hatching from these wild narratives.
He didn't say anything.
Right.
He said nothing.
He said absolutely
How did
nothing.
he get through it? He didn't.
We did it,
say
guys!
anything.
We did it! Yay! It's over!
Yay.
Well, let's keep in mind that Olivia bailed on him.
It doesn't matter. There's so much he could have said. He was. What does it matter that Olivia bailed on him? There are so many things that he needs to talk about, Repzilla. There's so many things that, quite honestly, he needs to apologize for. He has a whole ass Bab story that he can be talking about. He's got the whole ass Olivia story he can be talking about. My God, Bo Black's alone could take at least 30 to 45 minutes. Why do we have to keep in mind that Olivia bailed on him? Oh, let's keep going. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
He was like, "What is this real?" Like, people eating it up. Like, well, okay. You know, at first you want to get like a
Oh
visceral
yeah,
emotional
about
reaction.
everything. Yeah.
Like, you want to like fight it. And, like, I got like all these receipts and stuff. Like, no, I'm not trying. Because then what? I'm like fighting YouTubers that's right narrative. I'm fighting like proving.
That's my favorite thing is
as
that he
far as,
says
like,
he has receipts.
everything,
Sorry,
right?
I want to listen to that again.
Otherwise, yeah, cool. We got through it. Otherwise, let's see. But yeah, I guess like the main thing was like just like detaching from these wild narratives. Because like it went from like being
Babs
confused. What
called
is this
in.
real? Like
Hold
people
on.
eating it up. I'm like, wow, okay.
And
You Matt's feed. I
I can
can't.
do that. Sorry, I got editor brain.
Matt's got the tism.
I don't know how
I'll
Matt
knock
can
it
watch
down to
something in 2 times
one,
The
speed.
ADHD's kicking in.
These wild narratives, like a visceral, like emotional reaction. But I'm like, if not proving wrong,
Both girls have said that they would rather not be spoken about as
Right.
well. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little bit hard for you to kind of set your record
Lie.
straight when
Yeah.
Okay, Babs is in the chat and she's about to have a fit. Hold on.
they've like
Hold on.
flat
Wait a
out said-
minute. Where did they say that at?
Okay, this is where I start questioning things.
Where did it say what at?
Where
haven't we
did the two
proven-
girls, what Dub just said, where did the two girls say they'd rather not be spoken about?
Haven't we
And
proven
even
that they both
Babs in the
said that?
chat right now saying when and where.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when and
Babs
where?
did tell me that she did not want to be spoken about at one point.
Negative. Negative, Repzilla. Negative. 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 It's not what she meant, but she comes up there and she explains.
Before she came out?
Mm,
Because remember, at one point, she didn't really want to talk about it, and then all of a sudden...
Yeah, that was... I remember because I was in a Twitter space at one point, right? And Babs was in there. And that was ages ago. And Babs was just like, I don't want to talk about it anymore, right? It's too
yeah,
much drama.
She
But
doesn't want
then-
to talk about it
it
anymore.
was me on
Rep, she's saying, no, I did not.
I don't care what she says. She said just like he said. She had said that to me on multiple occasions. So, I mean, you
Well,
can change
I'm saying-
minds.
I would just
She
like
said
to
it in a
everyone.
Twitter
I think
space
my
ages
mic is
ago, and
actually
then
because I learned that I
obviously
have my
she made
mic
that
up too
post.
high.
When did you, okay, I know I've already
I'm
asked
just-
this to again, reps.
I want to go ahead and give y'all clearance. I'm going to scream at one point. I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm going to motherfucking scream because nothing has sat right with me since this goddamn live stream. I'm letting y'all know now, okay? Call it a Spurgy moment all you want. Call it, oh my God, she's being old and loud. All you fucking want. But I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
When did she say? When was the last time she said it to you?
Maybe 2 weeks ago or so. It was a common insistence. Like it was like wanting the drama to just not be
Yes, Taylor, I might need a new mic phone.
there.
Babs, if you want to call in, you're welcome to. We can settle this.
like they don't want to be spoken
Never gonna
about.
get
So
any sleep.
I mean, this is kind of your
Okay, like Bab says in here, I can want to not talk about it, but that doesn't mean he can't.
Can you share your screen, xylie?
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Thank God I'm not on camera because Jesus Christ, the look on my face. You just scared the fuck out of me.
I'm glad I didn't go with my first idea. I was just gonna keep saying xylie.
I hate you, Matthew. I fucking hate you. Oh, Matt, there is a change of plans.
What's up?
Well, last night, Eva and I had a discussion with Babs. I'm not going to go into the fine details of what she told me because the story is out there about what happened with her, Edwin, and Salvo. They're just in different live streams or whatever. And I know how close her and Repzilla are. But what we're going over right now is your live stream.
Oh, my live stream.
Yeah. Because I have something to point out, and I'm just going to let you know at one point I'm going to scream into the microphone. Okay, so as I was showing y'all, right here she says, I can want not to talk about it, but that doesn't mean he can't. Here's the thing, guys, and I don't blame Babs for this. Babs just wants the truth out there. And stand for $4.99. All right, since there's a new mic fund starting, here you go. Thank you for the $4.99. All right, let's keep going.
your way of letting people know that, you know, like the situation without dragging it out and dragging them.
Okay,
These
I don't
are the
care
words
though.
coming out of Dove's mouth.
Bav says, I can want not to talk about it, but that doesn't mean he can't.
Who?
What?
That's what Babs just wrote in the chat.
You can want. Are you saying you can want him to not?
She's
talk
asking
about
for
it,
a
but
link. She's asking for a link.
You say
No, Babs
you-
is saying that she can say, "I don't want to talk about this anymore."
Okay.
Right? But she's
Ed-
not saying that he cannot speak about it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
that doesn't make any
She's
sense
saying-
though.
That does no, Repzilla. That does make sense. That does make sense because this girl for fucking weeks have heard people lying about what fucking happened. It does make sense, Repzilla. Remember, you know the whole story, Repzilla. You know the whole story. You know everything. What she wants is everybody to either fucking tell it or shut the fuck up about it. And stop calling her a clout whore, but we're getting ready to get into that one.
No, she's saying she doesn't want to deal with the bullshit anymore on her
Yeah.
end. But he can do whatever the fuck he wants to.
That's the sentiment, yeah. But like, so she's saying like, Edwin can talk about it.
Yeah, Edwin can talk about it. She's just not going to talk about it anymore because she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, because I can tell you this much right now. I have permission to talk about it. Like cover it.
Well, in fairness,
her.
Xylie, you were not involved in it.
No, exactly. What I'm saying is though, she hasn't come to me and told me I don't want you not to talk about it. I don't want you.
Okay, Repzilla wasn't involved in it either, though, Matt, was he?
Well, I'm sorry, I got a DM. Was reading that. What was your question?
Was Repzilla involved in what's going on with Salvo, Edwin, and Babs?
Like in the incidents? No.
Yeah, in the incidents, no, right?
No,
You just
no.
told me in this, well, Xylie, you weren't part of it. But hasn't Repzilla been hitting at least 2 of my live streams talking about how he knows everything and dropping little hints?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure has, huh?
You to talk about it. I just want this to be over. You can't talk about it. Like she hasn't told me that. You know what I'm saying? I would
Alright.
think she would tell other people that. Oh, okay.
Here at Now Recording, we'll talk about things even if you don't want us to talk about it.
True. Y'all really will, especially for $500.
That's the
I
good
will
one.
Did you wake up already? Did you like go to sleep, wake up, Xylie?
I went to bed at 10 because I was working off of 2
Wow.
hours sleep.
All right, I'm pulling her in. Pulling her in.
Okay, so now Babs enters the discussion.
Hello, Babs.
What's up, girl?
Babsy.
Yo. So the narrative right now from Repzilla is that 2 weeks ago you said, and Repzilla, correct me if I'm wrong, that you did not want Edwin to talk about it.
There's a difference between him calling me a clout whore and me saying, don't talk about me then. If you're going to call me a clout whore, don't give me the clout. And also, I have not said that to Edwin. I was talking to Repzilla, so whatever he wanted.
Did we hear that, or do I need to replay that? Did we hear what she just said, or do I need to replay that? I'm just wondering. Do you understand what she just said? Matt?
Yeah, I understand.
You understood that she told Repzilla that she did not tell Edwin that, right?
Right.
Wanted to tell Edwin, like, he's actually baffling my mind right now. He wanted me to go on and help Edwin with Olivia to make his response video. And I said, I'm not doing.
He wanted her to go on and help Edwin to have her and Olivia help Edwin. Help them with what? Clear his name?
Doing that. I'm not helping him. I have no reason to.
All right, Repzilla.
But Rep, I remember you telling me, I could have sworn, and I have to go back and look, because again, this was not the live stream that we were going to do. We were going to do the ACO, right? Or the ICO.
Right.
But this hasn't sat well with me. And I kept seeing Repzilla, which is funny because this is what I told Repzilla what Edwin was doing, that he was using Repzilla as a shield. that he was using Repzilla's name to try to give him some credibility. He said that in Nick's stream, and it hit me wrong. It hit me wrong. Like, I was like, mofo what? After what I just heard last night? Mofo what? So then I thought about how irritated I got when they were in a call together.
I don't see a difference in saying, like, if you're saying that you don't want him to talk about it, but you don't care that he talks about it.
If he's calling me a clout whore, then don't mention me if you don't want me to get the clout. That's the only thing I was talking to you about. And I did not say that to Edwin at all.
I don't know about that. It doesn't sound right.
You don't know about what? She never told Edwin that. She told you that. What is hard to explain? And then you don't. Matter of fact, I say it. I don't even need to say it right now. I say it in the fucking stream.
It seems like to me, like you shared with me the sentiment, like you just wanted it to be over. You didn't want people to talk about you or anything like that.
I mean, it gets stressful. I'm not a YouTuber. It gets stressful when people are in a chat talking about me, but I didn't say he shouldn't talk about me. I never said he can't go on a stream and talk about me. That's not what was said. You know what was said, Repzilla? Remember when he admitted to you in the call that I was hiding under the shirt? I do remember that being said.
Okay, so Iko pointed that out, and it was like, duh. So let me ask you something. If people are, I don't know, talking sex, because remember, all this, everything I'm saying right now is already out there, okay? People touching your feet. Somebody whips out their dick.
Stick shift.
Shut the fuck up. Why are you saying stick shit? Why? Why did you have to do that? I'm trying to be angry right now, Matt, okay? Don't fuck up my angry. God damn it. All right. So people fucking with your feet. Somebody sticks their dick out, okay? She even said that they were staring at her. Why would you hide behind your shirt? Why would you, as a woman in a car with two men, hide under your shirt? Why would you do that? I need somebody to explain to me, why would you do that? Are we almost there? Oh, we got 5 seconds till Salvo calls you out, Matt.
Salvo calls me out.
Yeah, Salvo called you out in the description. At 2:46:22, Repzilla asked Babs a question. Matt interjects, says she was uncomfortable. Do you know she was going to say that? Very serious question, Rep asked Babs. Not have Babs answer, Matt.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you in the call last night, yeah, it was because she was uncomfortable, obviously.
To you.
I mean, yeah, that was said, but
yeah.
I don't know. Me and you've talked a lot, right? So I don't know what you want me to, if you care if I say anything at all, if there's some certain things that you don't want me to say, or.
I'm just confused because like 2 weeks ago or so you said he might not even make a response at all, and you were trying to say that I should get in with Olivia, trying to help him create his response and help him so he has a career out of this. And I said no, that I don't want to.
Okay, so I didn't pick up on this when she said this back then, but I want y'all to listen to that, what she just said again.
Make a response. I'm confused because
You care if I say anything at all, if there's some certain.
You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do a volume booster on this because I want y'all to hear Miss Thang a little bit louder.
Things that you don't want me to say, or.
I'm just confused because like 2 weeks ago or so you said he might not even make a response at all, and you were trying to say that I should get in with Olivia, trying to help him create his response and help him so he has a career out of this. And
You wanted her to get in a call with Olivia and him and help him to save his career. You do realize it's not anyone destroying Edwin's career but himself. Right? Why are you...
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. So, Repzilla, why are you going so hard for Edwin's career? Edwin's the one doing this to himself. Nobody's... well, okay, wait. Is anybody calling for him to be deplatformed? I know I haven't.
Maybe some crazy people in chats.
Okay,
but,
crazy people in chats don't count. Any content creators calling for him to be deplatformed?
Have I seen? Has Ico? I don't know. I haven't
don't
seen
think
her
Ico
stream.
did either. I don't
know.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, with the exception of anybody that we don't know or I haven't heard them say it, I haven't heard a content creator say that I remember that they want him deplatformed. I know I haven't called for his deplatforming. So what are we saving? Why are we very adamant about saving his career?
I said no, that I don't want to do that. And you said, well, he might not respond at all. And I said, I think that would be good for him. But I didn't say that he can't. I didn't say that he shouldn't. That's what he's trying to say on the stream, is that I was telling him directly that he can't or shouldn't. If you're going to call me cloud whore, then don't mention me if it's bothering you. I don't care. Either way that he can go. That's why I said 2 days ago before he did this stream that I don't care if he talks about me or not.
Well, then I misunderstood, because when somebody tells me that they want this to stop and they don't want to be mentioned or anything like that, I assume that you don't want the person to talk about it either.
I mean, that's assuming, but also we were like kind
I
of
think it's a pretty like, you know.
Yeah, but do you notice
you.
how she keeps saying that?
Okay, here I go. All right, so the voice of reason is going to step in here now.
Keeps calling me a clout whore.
Right, yeah.
That's the whole thing right there. Why the fuck are you calling me a clout whore? Then don't fucking mention my name. That's basically telling him, fuck you.
Well, we had a conversation. I mediated, and I don't know how much of Babs wants me to talk about or anything like that, but where they went at it, they talked about things, and she said, "Don't say these things about me," and this was like a month ago. When was that?
In the beginning of January.
Okay, so this was a hell of a long time back. So, and when she told him that, he stopped saying that. That's when he stopped saying anything like that, because before he was.
I didn't ask him to stop having Discord watch parties about me. Remember when he was like in there, like kicking people, like, you know.
I mean, Babs even knew he was having watch parties. That he what I think it was last night's live stream. He was like, "Oh, and they're saying I was watching videos." We all, dude, okay, Edwin. We all knew you were having watch parties. We all knew, because guess what? We were all getting fucking screenshots of the goddamn video being up there and your little icon fucking watching it. We all saw the screenshots. We know that you have been watching all our stuff. But guess what? Guess what else we got? We got the notes too. Oh, but that'll be shown in a little bit. Because we just got those like 20 minutes ago. How long have I been live streaming? I've been live streaming 35 minutes, so I got them about an hour ago. Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
We got the notes. We got the notes, baby. We got the notes on everybody fucking live stream. We got them. We got them. Okay, so we're going to finish this part first, though, because I need to get through this shit first, okay? Because this shit's been weighing heavy in my heart ever since I fucking talked to her last night. Okay?
Okay.
I'm serious. All right. So now, listen to me.
All that, saying Babs is not be trusted, like, that was way long ago. Don't know why that's being confused with, like, now and his response. I'm confused on where you're confused.
I guess I'm just confused because back in January when you told him to stop saying those things, he had done that. He didn't say anything else. And I mean, if you want him to like talk about stuff about to do with you,
I don't care. That's
your decision, you know.
That's like not really my decision if he's gonna talk about it or if he's gonna ignore it.
I mean, if you tell him like you don't want him to talk about you, then he's probably not going to do that. Just like with what happened with Olivia, where she backed out and didn't want to do that.
Like, if you're calling me a cloud whore and I say don't mention me, then that's different than saying I don't want you to talk about this story. I want it to end. I have anxiety or whatever, because that's not how I frame it at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
It was more of a like, if you're gonna call me a cloud whore, then don't mention me. Like what?
Mhm. Yeah,
That's
he shouldn't be doing that. That's exactly what I said too. So
and also in that call, he admitted to everything. Like he's literally admitted everything to multiple people. So I'm like also confused on that aspect.
When you
Like,
say admitted to everything, what do you mean?
what, me hiding under a shirt in the car, like everything that happened in the car, and everything that happened in my house after that, like isn't public. But I'm just confused on like what you're confused about, Repzilla. Like admitted
like,
everything.
what do you mean? Like, you're confused about exactly what did I say?
On why you're saying the only reason Edwin would think that I told him not to talk about me is because if you were talking to him.
We talked. You were in a call where we all talked, and you were like saying to him like, you don't want to be talked about. It's pretty understood. But the other thing is like what do you mean? Like, what are you saying when you said you're saying like you were under a shirt? Like, what are you trying to?
What do you mean? Don't even play.
Like,
Repzilla, why else would she be under her shirt? What? Okay, at this point, my blood is starting to boil. D-Max steps in and calls it for what the fuck it is. At this point, my blood is starting to boil. Why else would someone describe themselves as hiding behind their shirt? You know who else hides behind their shirts? Little kids. And when little kids do that, what are they doing? It's because, I don't know, they're uncomfortable, they're shy. You know how little kids are shy and they try to hide their fucking face? They're uncomfortable. Why else would she have done that? And if he knows what I know, then he knows why she hid under her shirt. That's why she keeps saying it. She was uncomfortable.
What are you implying about that?
What do you mean? I've already talked about this. I was in the car. I put my head.
You know what, Des Arts? You know what? Sometimes people can't use their words because they get so fucking frustrated they can't use their words. Did you hear my spiel when I went the fuck off about Salvo? I kept repeating the same shit over and over again because I was so angry and so frustrated. My ADHD kicked in and I just kept repeating the same shit over and over again. So yeah, maybe she's so frustrated she couldn't use her words. That is a thing, you know.
It was so awkward. And
She's implying that she was uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've already gone through this. Like this was
so
all
this
the
is-
drama.
this is what
That
Salvo was
already
mad
fucking
at?
covered.
Yeah, that's what Salvo was.
Because
mad at.
everybody's going around the fucking word. They were playing this game.
Yes.
Like even I was saying that because I was frustrated at Babs because she wouldn't say it.
Right.
Just fucking, if you were uncomfortable, fucking say it.
Just
Like,
say it.
that's what
Just
you're
say it.
implying.
Exactly. Exactly. Just say it. Yeah.
And he just
I know.
admitted it to you in the call, and you heard that. Like you know that. Like we've texted about it. Like I'm just.
So what do you want from me here?
I'm just confused on like why you're like pushing at me a little bit. Like
I'm
why?
not pushing at you. I'm not pushing at you.
Like I don't. And I've tweeted that I don't care if he responds, and if he's like,
I don't care if he wants to talk about you, like he can. But what I'm saying is that you have expressed to me that you would not like that, and you expressed it heavily on multiple occasions.
It sounds like to me she didn't like the clout whore part.
yeah. If that's what you're confused about, that's what I meant. But also, I talked to him in a call with you once in like the beginning.
Right.
It's like.
I will say, I did have a phone conversation with Babs after your mediation with Edwin and Babs told me that she was okay with me making a video and that she was okay with people making statements about it. She has consistently told me and
the only reason why I'm not, because I just found out the details last night. I have not gotten explicit. I have not, and somebody else was somebody else was with me in that call, okay? It wasn't just me, because I ain't going to be in a call like that by myself, because I don't record calls. I'm not a snake. Okay, if I'm going to record a call, I'm going to tell you, hey, you mind if I record it? But I had somebody else in there with me, okay? Because I'm not going to be in a call like that by myself. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Okay? But, yeah.
xylie the same kind of thing. So I don't think that there was any kind of changing her mind on her end. Maybe on Olivia's end, but I don't. what Babs is saying,
yeah, I mean,
she is
it-
consistently saying it.
I mean, that's fair enough. If I don't care who talks about whoever. Like, if she wanted Edwin to talk about her,
I don't care either way. I'm not sitting
I don't either.
brushing my hands together, like being like, "Oh yes, I can't wait for Ed."
But Repzilla, you do care though, because here's my thing. Like, I know Edwin is your friend, and I get it. I get there is a thing when it's your friend, okay? But knowing what you know, you have made videos on people on that caliber. Edwin has made videos or talked about people on live streams, more live streams than anything, about people on that caliber. Y'all are like the Mr. Me Too's. Okay? Yeah. Like, I understand there was consent given. There was consent given. You know, she's not running around here saying, I was raped. No, she's not doing that. But knowing what you know, why are you going so hard for Edwin? I don't understand. I don't understand why you're going so hard for Edwin, knowing what you know. It's amazing to me. It makes me not happy. Very not happy.
Edwin to talk about me.
All I'm saying is that you expressed to me on multiple occasions that you didn't want him to talk about you. Like, you didn't want these people to talk about you.
I didn't want to help Olivia in helping him rebuild his career because I have no interest in doing that after all the shit he said and done. I have no interest in that. That's also different.
Mm.
Like,
I mean, I understand why you would feel that way.
And we talked about that, like, kind of, so I'm confused.
What are you specifically confused on?
Why you're trying to say that I've said on multiple occasions that he shouldn't talk about me. Unless,
no, you said on multiple occasions that you didn't want people to talk about this anymore.
No.
Not that he shouldn't.
Wait a minute. Repzilla just flipped it. Did you notice Repzilla just flipped it? Did you, Matt?
I'm getting DM'd by Salvo right now, and I'm in the middle of a conversation. He's I don't want to talk about it publicly right now until he gives me the okay. But and then I'll.
Who pissed him off? Me?
So okay, Salvo, if you're listening, confirm to me that I can say what you just sent me on stream.
How is he going to confirm it? He's blocked on stream.
By DMing me.
Oh, okay. I was like, how is he going to confirm it? I don't know. Okay, while you do that, I'm going to look. I got a DM.
All right, he wants to come on stream and say it.
No, he doesn't get a platform.
You knew the answer to that.
He doesn't get a platform.
I'm not the person.
No.
This is just tell me
He doesn't
what
get
you
the
want.
platform. He doesn't get the platform.
What do you want me to do?
You ask him, can you read the DMs?
Why are you arguing to xylie through me at this point? Like, the thing is, if I can read it, she might want to have you on now. If what you're saying is true. Okay, then I don't know. What do you want me to do in this situation? She's saying no.
Wait, is Salvo trying to get on so he can do his purposeful lies like he admitted to
Salvo
in his
wants
video?
to get on and tell his side of the story.
I
all of
don't
it.
give two fucks about his side of the story. I'm going to be very honest with you. I really don't care about his side of the story right now because we're not
he's getting accused of shit and he deserves a
What
voice.
is he getting accused of? What
That
exactly is he getting accused of? Because
he says, I'll say everything because Edwin isn't.
Because I haven't stated any more than what's already publicly been said. So I'm not saying any more that's already publicly been said. You see what happens when you motherfuckers go on different platforms and tell parts of the story? Finally, someone puts everything together. And all I needed was that last piece, and I got it. and now you're fucking scrambling in Matt's DMs. How does it fucking feel? Now, let me continue my live stream. Now, like I said before, did we not notice how Repzilla flipped it? Let's go back a couple seconds. Hold on. Let's go back a couple seconds. Let's go, I don't know, 20 seconds.
About that, like,
Yeah.
so I'm confused.
What are you specifically confused on?
Why you're trying to say that I've said on multiple occasions that he shouldn't talk about me. Unless
No, you said on multiple occasions that you didn't want people to talk about this anymore.
no.
That's people. That's not him, Repzilla. That's people, not him. There's a big difference between people and Edwin. It's a big difference. People and Edwin. Trauma dump. You don't like it, you can leave.
Can I just, I'm sorry. Hey, xylie,
Hey.
I just wanted to tune in really quick just to make one really quick point, and I hope Salvo's listening. Salvo, you made a video where you literally just told the whole world that you were purposefully lying so that Nick would spread misinformation and blah, 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 and you were laughing about it saying, oh, Nick is so naive and all of this stuff. So no, I'm sorry. I'm with xylie on this one. You're a liar, and we're not going to listen to you anymore because you're a liar and you're trying to stir the pot for some bullshit. We have no idea if you are actually talking to Edwin or not. We have no clue. We don't know. We can't trust we can't trust your word for it because you are a liar who has told people that you're lying. So like, that's it. That's my only point. Sorry, guys. Love you guys. Have a
Love
good
you.
one.
You can stay if you want. Okay. So, back to the matter at hand. Repzilla. People are not Edwin. Edwin is Edwin. Okay? There are 3 people in this situation. Moldy Pancakes, Edwin, and Babs. Okay? You, Repzilla, would be part of the people. Whereas Salvo, Edwin, and Babs are just them, okay? You, as the people, have come up to 2 of my live streams and now recording talking about how you know everything and dropped little hints. Just little hints of everything. You even got tricked by Verse on my live stream, talking about something did happen between Edwin and Salvo. And you confirmed it without confirming. But you confirmed it. Bumblebee for $6.99. The fact that Salvo thinks anyone would believe him at this point is killing me. LMFAO, get real, bro. Exactly. So, there's a difference between people and Edwin.
And not that he shouldn't.
I mean, I might have in a personal call told you I'm stressed out about it. I've told Brantley the same thing. Like, it stresses out. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just like chilling in the comments. But I haven't told anyone that they can't talk about it.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know if that's cleared up. I don't know if I'm confusing everyone or if. Like,
I'm still a little confused, honestly.
And the funny thing is I'm not confused at all.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you. I sure as fuck ain't confused. Because guess what? Math is starting to math again, okay? Because before, math won't mathin'. But I'm about to become a motherfucking mathematician, okay? And then I get so frustrated at my math that I had to leave the call because I was getting pissed. And then yesterday, I finally got the equation. Math wasn't mathin', but I'm starting to become a mathematician at this point. At this point is when I start taking my math classes and I'm starting to study.
She didn't want him going around calling her a clout whore.
Right.
She's getting pissed off because he's walking around like he hasn't done anything when he told multiple people what really fucking happened. Okay?
Mhm.
And she has no interest in helping
look who it
him
is.
because she's still
Yeah.
pissed off on.
Yo,
What's up? How you doing?
I had a conversation with Babs.
Okay. When?
Last night.
Okay.
Rep.
Uh-huh.
Why? Hold on a second. Why are you going hard for Edwin?
Oh, I'm not.
No, you kind of are, homie. You kind of.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Rep. You would have made a video about it.
No, I would have never made a video.
Not on anybody. If you heard that story at all. Somebody feeling so uncomfortable that they hit their face.
I'm not in support of Edwin's actions. I've been very consistent in that. I talked to Babs last night too.
Okay.
So what? I don't get it.
Rep, you would have made a video about a woman being in a car with two men going down a freeway and she's uncomfortable on what happened. Did she give consent? Yes, she gave consent. Was she drunk? No, she was hungover. Okay?
But
with what happened, you would have made a fucking video on it. I ain't done yet. I ain't done, but I'll let you talk. Just give me a second. You would have made a video on a situation like that.
Yeah, that's definitely a video that I would have made, but there's a lot of different videos that I will make. I'm not going to make a video if I feel pressured on it. I had a conversation about that earlier with somebody.
I'm not talking about the pressure of it. I'm talking about you're running defense for Edwin's career because you are.
I'm absolutely not doing that.
Dude, you sat there on Now Recording and gaslit her.
No, I didn't.
Even D-Max called it.
No, I didn't do that.
Yes, you did, because you flipped it on her. You literally said you said you didn't want him to talk about it, and then you turned it around and said that she didn't want people to talk about it. There's a difference between him and Salvo and people. I hate to tell you this, but you're part of the people, and you're the one that's been going around talking about it.
I'm gonna make this clear. When I talked to the girls, heard their side, and compared it to Edwin's, things didn't add up. The girls and I expressed how we were confused by Edwin's actions, and I asked if they wanted to try and talk to him, and they wanted to. We did, and I mediated. And that's it. Simple.
So you don't think what they did was wrong in that car?
Yeah, 100%. And I told them.
You wouldn't call that okay? So you don't think the coercion and shit was wrong?
It was all wrong.
So what would we call that? What would we call that with all that coercion and her feeling so uncomfortable and they didn't stop? What would we call that, Repzilla? I'm woke. You're woke. What would we call that?
Are you trying to say that it's abuse?
I'm asking the expert because you do videos on that shit. I don't. What would you call that if it was somebody else besides Edwin? What would you literally call it? Literally. Not saying that's what she's calling it, but what would you call it?
I would say, well, here's the thing.
I only want to know what you would call it.
The situation it's more nuanced like that. It's definitely an abusive situation, right? But when I talked to her about it, she said that she had a good time. She enjoyed it. She said that the car ride made her uncomfortable. That's why she put that cover over her head. And I told Edwin
if
that
she enjoyed it, okay, how can you enjoy it and be uncomfortable at the same time? She enjoyed it until she got uncomfortable, Repzilla.
She said foot massages, quote, foot massages are good.
Okay,
yeah.
So the first 10 minutes was okay, Repzilla. But you can go through where it feels good and then all of a sudden she's uncomfortable.
He said that what Edwin did to her was bad. That he's a piece of shit for it. I've consistently said that.
You called him being a piece of shit to his friends.
I called him a piece of shit to his face.
Well, no, I mean, I believe that because he even said that on his live stream.
Yeah.
You gave him a hard time.
How they've treated Babs in that situation, terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful. It's
like even in the Olivia situation, you and Edwin both are doing this thing where you have to throw in, well, she did call different people. It don't matter. Just like I said last night in my stream, she's not the fucking ring girl. She's not going to crawl out of the fucking screen like all discombobulated and shit and pull his dick out for him. He, as a grown-ass man, decided to pull his dick out.
I said that he's a piece of shit for what he did with Olivia, and no one should trust him moving forward. I've said this publicly.
Dude, you were on my stream and you were giving clarifiers. Well, she did call other people. That didn't matter. Yeah, but that doesn't matter to the story. Why does it matter who she calls?
It doesn't matter who she calls, but what I'm saying is that's what happened. I'm giving you a descriptor of everything that happened.
So how good of friends are you and Babs?
I mean, we're pretty good friends.
Okay.
Why are you asking?
Because, like I said, she told me everything.
Well, then you know.
Is it a if you know situation?
No, I listen. I've heard everybody's side in this. So if I'm running defense for anything, it's the truth. So I'm checking everybody to make sure they're not lying.
Well, I'm gonna.
I mean, I got in a call. I got in a call earlier with Edwin, and I said, "Stop using my name as a defense."
Well, he
Don't
should.
bring it
He
up.
should because he literally put you in the middle of it. He
Here's the
did.
thing. What I said is that the reason I mediated those calls was to make sure that everybody was being honest, not so that he could, when people pressed him for what the truth was, not for him to say, "Oh, I was going to call Repzilla."
Mm-hmm.
And I made sure that he knew that from now on, moving forward, he speaks his truth. The girls gave him all permission to speak it. So next time that anybody presses him on, if he does, I advise him not to talk about it anymore. If he did, then he's going to have to tell the fucking whole story. He has permission to do so, so he doesn't have to default to using my name as a scapegoat.
Yeah, because he did that again last night, I believe. I haven't heard that whole live stream, but he was
I'm infuriated about it.
Mm-hmm.
Very angry.
I just feel like you've been running deep. Like, okay, you've been doing this. Okay, this is exactly how I feel. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been doing this opping thing where you're running a defense, but making it look like you're not running a defense.
That's conspiracy. I would never do that.
I mean, people who run conspiracy. I mean, I didn't consider it a conspiracy, so I'm just gonna say op. I'm gonna just say what I call it. Okay. But people who run ops, that's exactly what they would say. They would tell you I'm not running an ops as they're running an op. Because that's what you made it look like, Repzilla. You look like you were running an op. Because you look like you were defending him, but not defending him at the same time. People in the now recording chat even noticed you were gaslighting her. It sounded like you were gaslighting her. D-Max even said it sounded like you were gaslighting her. I got frustrated. That's why I left the call. Because I was pissed.
Listen, Edwin hurt Babs because she liked him a lot.
Yeah.
She talked about it all the time and said she wished people would leave her alone and Edwin would stop calling her a clout whore and other words like that. She told him in a call that I mediated the same thing. And in the same call, Edwin apologized and said he wouldn't do that anymore. So when she come out in there and specified that she doesn't care that if Edwin speaks his side, she don't want him to, but she actually insists that he should tell his version of the events, then I told Edwin, then fucking do it. Tell your whole truth. I've been consistent.
Hey, Repzilla, I'm sorry. It's D-Max here. I have a quick question for you. Why is it that you said on Now Recording that you were trying to mediate like Edwin's kind of return? Like, if it is the case that you were saying that it's bad, right? Like, what was happening in that car and everything was, like, bad. You heard the whole story. It was bad. Like, what was? Can you clarify for us? Because there's a lot of people in chat who are confused.
What's the question?
Like you were saying that you were trying to mediate whatever stuff between like the girls, I guess, and Edwin. Like, why would you do that after the fact of like that? You know, there were being the events of the car being what it was. Like, why would you try to mediate after that?
I was just trying to find out for myself personally if Edwin was like some sort of like predator, because I wouldn't want to associate with somebody like that. I said that in the Now Recording podcast too.
Okay.
By the way,
I mean,
yeah.
I think it does matter.
Listen,
I think the context.
hold
on. I think the context behind mentioning that she messaged, like, I don't know, Repzilla might not have done this on purpose, but the context of her having messaged a lot of people that night in a drunken, horny stupor does matter, right? Because it's the difference between a drunk, horny girl sliding into your DMs and somebody doing something scummy, and a like innocent, hurt victim sliding into your DMs and you taking advantage of them completely.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There's a distinction to be made between those two.
Well, here's my thing. Did she make him take his dick out? I mean, here's my thing. The way I look at that, that's two consenting adults. She's not even pissed off about that, okay? But what I'm saying is when you throw in, and as a woman, I'm telling you, when you throw in, oh, but she called other people, some people will look at that and go, like it makes it worse. He still unzipped his pants or pulled his pants down. He grabbed his little pee-pee and he pulled it out and started rubbing one out.
What did I say my stance on that is?
Hold on. I have a cat that is trying to fuck with me right now. I don't remember.
No, look, it's fine. I'm just saying that it speaks to the intent why the person was in the call with him.
Okay, yeah. I don't think it matters because he still did it. But but the point is though, with that, it doesn't matter. Honestly, that part doesn't matter because it's more what he did towards Bo Blacks. It's not the jerking off part. It's him saying that he didn't sext anybody, but he jerked off with her on FaceTime.
Yeah, he's definitely been lying.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the more important part about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's like, I know how Olivia acts on Twitter. We've all seen how Olivia acts on Twitter. Okay. And, girl, don't pull, stop it. I'm sorry, my cat is distracting me. She's like really, really fucking distracting me.
My main thing is don't put out a narrative that I'm running ops for Edwin and support.
I'm sorry, I still think you have
That's absolutely not the case.
You tried to get Babs just said it. Babs just said it on Now Recording that you were trying to get her and Olivia to go and help Edwin for his career.
No, I was not trying to help Edwin. Absolutely not.
Then what were you going to get Babs and Olivia up there for?
I already said it earlier, but it was to make sure that everybody was telling the truth.
So you're saying that the moment that you found out that this was bad and that like what Edwin did was bad, you stopped trying to mediate?
I never had any mediated calls after that. No.
You said that you were mediated. Well, okay, no, and after that, I'm sorry, I didn't listen to you.
After that, then there wasn't any reason to do that. In fact, I told both Babs and Edwin that I didn't want to talk about the situation further.
Wait a minute. So what have you been coming up on my stream saying then? Like, why would you say those things on my stream then?
What exactly are you talking about?
Were you trying to leak that Edwin was a bad boy on purpose without leaking it? Like a leak without a leak type of thing?
Well, if I was insinuating that he did some same things bad, which I don't think I insinuated. I'm pretty sure I said straightforward that he did bad things and people shouldn't trust him for that. I don't think it was like me trying to leak anything.
Well, I mean, okay, you didn't leak anything more than what was public because you always kept saying.
Right. Oh yeah, I was super. See, I've been super.
I know.
Yeah, I've been super consistent with everything that I've said, and the big thing is I want to make sure that the people that have trusted me with their words, I can keep that integrity between us. But now I'm able to, like, obviously I'm saying a lot more now because both girls said that that's okay.
Okay.
And if it's okay, it's okay, and that's why what I told Edwin. Instead of when somebody asks you a question, instead of saying that we had a mediated call and bringing my name up into it, which is why let's be real, this is why I'm like getting grilled right now, to just fucking answer it.
Well, then maybe you accidentally gaslit her on Now Recording then.
No,
because that was gaslighting. She literally got gaslit on Now Recording. She literally did. D-Max even called that shit out. He said it before I did.
Babs only told me recently that she didn't want Edwin to talk about it, but doesn't care if she does, and that he should tell his side the way he wants.
Okay, you still don't get what she meant by that, do you?
When I said that she insinuated she didn't want him to talk about her, I confused her nuance there. I have told Edwin he should address everything fully since the girl said he could. Right?
So it was the clout whore thing.
Oh, what do you mean?
The clout whore thing, where he was calling her a clout whore, and she says, if you're going to call me a clout whore, then don't talk about me then.
Yeah. That's what she meant. Yeah. But
she said that to you, didn't she?
Yeah, she didn't tell Edwin that. She told you that.
Yeah, she said that to you.
My question is, where did Edwin get that they didn't want to talk about it?
That's what she said on Now Recording.
That was in the mediated call.
But she said it to you. Right? Okay, so yeah, she did say it to you.
Yeah.
She wasn't directing that at Edwin. She was directing that at you.
It was in the mediated call that was said. It was said multiple times, and this was back in the beginning. But there were several instances where she said that she wishes people would stop talking about this. She doesn't want Edwin to talk about it. But the nuance is that she doesn't care if he talks about it, even though she doesn't want him, wish that he wouldn't. He should tell his side. So that's the nuance that I was confused about in our recording.
Okay.
And that's it.
You know what it is with Babs?
What's that?
She just wants them to stop lying.
I want the truth to be out there too.
She wants them to stop lying. If that means he's got to tell every single little detail, then that means he tells every little detail. Because he's lying. He's constantly lying. Salvo has been lying. Edwin's really been lying.
Yeah, I agree. The optics, they're terrible.
FYI, your dick does get hard when you jerk off. Just saying.
And I want to say, I think that is what Aiko was talking about in her live stream, because Aiko did hit me up last night, but I was asleep, didn't get her messages, so I think she was avoiding her. So I actually told her to reach out to me whenever she wakes up.
Yeah, Nick showed that shit, and I was like, ooh, Aiko got more than anybody else did.
Well, I talked to Aiko about this too, you know? But yeah, no, that the nuance within what Bridget was saying was the only confusing thing to me. So yeah, we good?
Well, but what would you call that car ride?
Abuse.
What would you call that car ride, xylie?
Abuse.
Harassment. Yeah.
Not sexual assault?
Sexual assault, yeah. Well, sexual assault, sexual abuse, same thing. Yes, it was sexual, and it was abusive. Yes.
So you're saying there was a crime committed in that car?
She's not calling it a crime, so I'm not calling it a crime.
Here's the thing. She told me that she was uncomfortable, and she told me that she was demonstrating she was by putting the shirt over her head.
Yep.
Did they pick up on it? I don't know, but whether they picked up on it or not, the way she feels is valid, and I've told her this too. And the way that she was treated throughout the whole thing, I feel like, is terrible.
Wait,
and
I'm sorry, I just want to clarify. So the shirt going over the head, that happened after he pulled the dick out?
No, this is Babs and
oh, this is a different thing. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about the shirt. Didn't she pull the shirt over the head in the car?
That's what I thought.
She pulled the shirt over her head in the car.
She did.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's why I asked about the dick.
My thing there is that she said that she was uncomfortable too, but at the same time, whether or not they picked up on it, because I know for sure Edwin knows after the fact, because I mediated a call where she told him for a fact that happened, and he apologized for it. Did she accept the apology? No.
Well, I mean, it's her apology to accept or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? All right. I feel like there's some implications here that because you say it's sexual assault, but you say it's not a crime. That's what has.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm saying
I don't like that.
I don't like
that's
that.
not what I said. Can you let me explain myself? And I don't know why we have all these people in here.
Well, I just came in here because you were speaking to the main reason I came in here is because you were saying to Repzilla, what would you call that?
Yeah.
What would you call that?
Yeah,
Without clarifying what you would call that.
Because I wanted him to say what he would call it, Beavers. I did what I did because that's how I did it.
And then you've just said that it is.
I know, and I'm going to
it is
explain
abuse
that.
and it is sexual assault.
Yes, it is.
And then
but
you
if
follow it up with
But then
it's
I
not
said
a crime.
she doesn't. No, what did I say before that? She doesn't call it a crime, so I'm not. Do I think it's a crime? Yes, I do. But does she? No, she doesn't.
Here's the thing is like,
I don't know. I'll dip, but that's yeah. I don't like
You
that.
see what I'm saying? I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong as fuck.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of people need to understand is that Babs was emotionally hurt because she really liked Edwin. This hurt her. This whole situation hurt her.
Okay.
That's what people need to understand. Like it's
okay. I understand that part. That part ain't got nothing to do with that car ride.
It's got to do with everything.
I don't think it does. I really don't think it does. Like, can you explain to me how that makes? I mean, what's that got to do with what happened in the car?
it doesn't have anything to do with what happened in the car. Maybe it's a contributing factor, but it just in general, like, I feel bad because she got her heart broken.
I feel bad for her too, but that has nothing to do with the facts of what happened in the car.
Yeah, this wasn't anything to do with the car. Maybe it's a contributing factor of why she's hurt, but it's definitely nothing to do with the car ride.
Yeah, I'm strictly worried about the car ride.
Okay.
Because that was bad.
Yeah, it was.
You have a woman in a car with two men, I guess, going down an interstate, and that shit was happening, and she covered herself with her shirt. She covered her face with her shirt because she was uncomfortable. And dumb fucks couldn't look at it and tell that she was uncomfortable.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Like, I feel like it's to me, those things they're obvious. You got to pick up on the signs, right? Like, if you're with a girl and she starts to say, you're trying to make the moves on her, and then she's like giving you the signs and throwing a shirt over her head. I mean, it's pretty obvious that she doesn't want to like get frisky or anything like that.
Especially if it's a three-way.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. And I don't even think I'm gonna speak on that part either.
No,
because,
that's for her to talk about.
yeah. Yeah.
That's for her to talk about.
I just want to make sure you guys understand everything from my aspect of what I'm saying and everything.
I don't know, dude. I don't feel good about your involvement in this. I really don't. I don't feel good about, because I'm telling you right now, and granted, it could have been because you didn't understand what she was saying, but I haven't felt good since that now recording live stream.
I mean, I said I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I mean, it's kind of difficult in the moment for somebody to explain the nuance between they don't want somebody to talk about them, but they don't care. Like, that's especially when I'm the one that was hearing it every day for months. And it has nothing to do with whether Edwin or not said that, because I believe he did say in his stream that the girls didn't want him to talk about it.
Yeah, he did, which
has nothing to do
said it.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with what I thought that she said. So I thought that she said she didn't want to talk to or want him to talk about it, but him saying that too has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, it's the nuance that I didn't understand right there in that moment. For all my time of talking, I assumed that she didn't want anyone to talk about it, not even people on Twitter.
Yeah.
And so that's when she would get really emotional about random people that would just say stuff to her. I'd be like, you just need to chill out, because nothing that these random people say matters at all.
I just feel like you've been trying to save his platform.
I am not trying to save his platform. Why would I be trying to save his platform while at the same time I'm saying nobody should trust him to do any type of championing for women content? I would never, and I've said this publicly, I would never suggest that somebody go be interviewed by him.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound like saving his career. If anything, I'm just trying to make sure that originally it was just for myself to make sure that he wasn't like
wait a minute.
a terrible person.
Wait a minute, because I thought you said somewhere that he shouldn't lose his career. Did
you
say that? Oh shit!
I think Beavers or D-Max also said the same thing, and I'm pretty sure you said the same thing too, like that he can come back and make his videos and stuff like that.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I mean, there is a difference between platforming somebody or like being friends with somebody and allowing them to still make content. Like, I'll give you that.
Okay. Well, here's my question. So are you saying that Babs got it wrong when she said on the now recording that you wanted her and Olivia to go and help him with his career? Like, as in it won't get ruined?
Yeah.
Are you saying she got that wrong?
I don't know if that's what she said. I think the confusion is that anybody saying that I was talking to try to save his career when that wasn't the case. Like I said earlier, I wanted to compare, like I needed all their sides
okay
to like
with
see if everything
people
matched up, and for
making
the most part,
statements
everything did.
about it.
It was
She
just
never.
like
She has
subtle nuances between like how people felt about the situations emotionally.
All right, let's see. Where are we at? We are around 248, so let's go back a little bit. Babs, I think I was talking about before you were trying to orchestrate it so that Edwin would have a career after all. Okay, hold on. Okay, about right here. Was it here? Yeah, I think it was there.
Curious, yeah.
Can I try to like, because I don't know anything about this, but what they're saying.
And when I
based
saw
on what
everyone
Babs, I
had the
think, was
same
talking
story
about
more or
before,
less,
Are you trying to
but
orchestrate it so that Edwin would have a career after all of this is done? Like what
that they all make a
like, how does that
video
work?
together, or a live stream.
No,
telling
I was
their
trying to
respective
mediate
stories.
it in a way where, like, if he was going to come out with something, that they could
But it
all work
wasn't to
together.
save his career.
So
I think that he should be
how
held
is that not
accountable
what I
for
just said, though?
the things that he did.
Well,
do.
you're
Okay, here we go. Go into the thing, because this is where I might have got confused on that. Go into the live. Let me know when you're there.
Oh. Hold on. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, we're gonna start there.
Opposite. I feed on people's hate.
I mean, you have to.
I
As,
fucking love it.
as
Well,
a creator,
Repzilla,
you
can
do
I
not take things serious? Yeah.
Can I try to like, because I don't know anything about this, but what they're saying, and based on what Babs I think was talking about before, were you trying to orchestrate it so that Edwin would have a career after all of this is done? Like what like how does that work?
No, I was trying to mediate it in a way where, like, if he was going to come out with something, that they could all work together. He.
That's exactly
how is that
come out
not
and
what I
say
just said
something.
though?
Well, you're implying that I'm trying to save his career. When what I'm saying is that I'm just trying to
Be neutral.
get the full story out there. Like, if
Okay.
they came out all together and come out with a mutual story based on, like, the truths, and they all agree on this, then we wouldn't be in these situations right now.
Did you try to pitch to Babs?
So that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, my question is why would a victim of abuse work with their abuser?
She didn't see herself as a victim of abuse.
You yourself said it was abuse.
She honestly does not see herself as a victim of abuse. She really doesn't.
No, but what I'm saying is, Repzilla, you said that she was abused. Like just
yes,
now. I
from
mean.
from
Sorry,
what,
I'm not trying to, but
yeah.
that's what you said.
From what I heard, it does seem like she was in. I mean, they did her wrong. They did her dirty. Yeah, I've been consistently saying that.
But then why? But then why? If you've been consistently say that, then why would you try to mediate between them?
Like I said
After the
earlier,
fact. If you learned after the fact.
talked to
Okay,
the
fine,
girls,
fine.
when I talked to the girls and heard their side and compared it to Edwin's, things didn't add up.
Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to keep on drilling you about the same.
No,
thing.
it's good. It's what we do public figure shit for.
I just feel bad.
I'm so used to this. I don't know if that's a good thing.
God damn, you act like you get grilled all the time. What the fuck?
I do.
By who?
Everybody, my whole YouTube career. What do you mean?
Oh my
You end up,
God.
you get used to it, unfortunately.
I don't know, Rep. I don't know. You shouldn't have got involved in this one. You shouldn't have got involved in this one, buddy.
Here's why I should have.
Mm-hmm.
To make sure that I'm not associating with a bad person. That's why.
But Rep,
I feel like this is just a repeat of last night's conversation.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Wouldn't you want to know if somebody you're associating with was a bad person so you can stop associating with them?
But Rep, he's already given you plenty of examples before that he wasn't the greatest person. He's thrown you under the bus several times.
I mean, it's subjective, right?
I mean, it's not very subjective. I'm just saying.
You might have different, like, you might cut people off a lot sooner than me. I tend to not. I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt. Which it really just that's what's subjective. It comes down to the person. Like, everybody's got different boundaries for that kind of stuff. And like I said, I understand why what you're saying is that I should cut him off.
Something wasn't adding up. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just something wasn't adding up because it seemed like to me you were running defense. Everybody has seen what you were doing as running defense because that's what it looked like. It looked like you were running defense without running defense.
Whether it looked like it or not, have I not explained myself clearly in this stream here?
Now.
Okay.
Now I think.
Good.
I don't know, audience. What do you think? Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't think we should make it about me, and I'm not just saying that because my career. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, this is an Edwin doing his thing. It's all him doing it. Like it's a him. He ruins. He put himself in the situations. He should be held accountable for them.
Right.
I just wanted to, just because I went and got all the sides to make sure everybody was telling the truth, so I could make my own educated decision. I shouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? Like.
You said in Nick's stream. You said in Nick's stream in chat that you didn't like that Edwin was using your name to try to run defense and cover. So
hell yeah, I told Repzilla that. I told Repzilla that's what he was doing.
I don't appreciate feeling like he has used me as a shield here, and especially in that stream where he when he first brought me up, he didn't read the tweet that was directly underneath it clarifying my stance, and he knows how I feel because I told him multiple times, and he knew I tweeted that underneath that clarifying. And, I give him the benefit of the doubt, and he does do some shady stuff like this, But I talked to him, told him not to do that again. And he said he wasn't going to do that. So I don't know. Maybe he'll stop doing that. I've been pretty public and consistent about it.
All right. Okay. If it looks could kill, you would be an Uzi when you... I don't know what Leon's saying. All right. Oh, God. I needed Matt here for this next part. But that's all I got for right now.
Okay. Do I gotta leave now, or?
I mean, if you want to stay, you can stay. I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Beavers can come back in here, too, because this is the new stuff. Because we're getting ready to watch a video that I believe... Let me go look and see where it's at. Where's it at? Okay, right here. I believe this is unlisted.
So,
is it? No, it's not. All right. Oh, 112 people have already watched it so far. Can y'all see it? You see Chris in the corner?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So, this is a new video. Skip, look at your DMs, please. All right. Chris got in a call with Assistant Sailor. And Assistant Sailor knew Chris was recording it. And we're going to listen to the call. And this just dropped on Chris's channel. It's got 112 views, so make sure to go like it. Let's see if we can get more likes and views on that bitch. Just saying. No. Go watch it. All right, so this is the call.
So let's just get started at part one. What exactly happened? So I understand that you were restreaming Edwin. I saw your stream.
Yeah, so and I was in his DMs like messaging him, and I was like, do you want me to just screen share our DMs? I can do that.
Yeah, sure. If you want to do that, just give me like a full breakdown detail of everything that was discussed to the best of your knowledge, because I know you didn't record on your end.
Well, I wasn't recording, but I did take notes throughout.
Okay,
I don't know.
So you took notes throughout of what he was saying.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we got?
So this is during the stream. I donated and said, "Can you answer this question?" Which was basically, "Can you just give a retelling of what happened between you and Babs?" Mm-hmm. And then I said, and then he started like calling people out in the chat. So I sent him my Discord tag and said I would call in. And then he ended the stream. I said, "You said you would take callers." Mm-hmm. So he said he's not interested in debating. I know I charged a few people, but I'm sorry if I did misled you. And now I took a screenshot of this and actually tweeted it out. I haven't shared any of the stuff below this though.
Gotcha.
And then I just said, I'm basically just explaining to him like why he's like dumb, because he said, "Give me respect and I'll answer your question." But when I DM'd you and super chatted the question, you answered. You already said something along the lines of, "I've already said all I want about that, and I'm not here to please the chat." Mm-hmm. So he says, "Right, I'm not interested in sharing details beyond what I said both yesterday." Oh, sorry, I don't know why that popped up. Yesterday and today. I say, if the allegations aren't true, I hope they aren't in quotations, then you need to respond and prove it, or else what am I left to believe? He says the allegations that me and Salvo were pushy or what? Yes, at this point, that's the only serious, like really serious allegation is what I meant. Edwin, I don't hear anything, but everyone wants a response. I think this message right here is my big mistake, or maybe my big W, because like, I say I don't hate you, but like, yeah, my response to Salvo being pushy. Yes, explain from your point of view what happened in the car. What happened in the car? Maybe you misread the situation and unintentionally made her uncomfortable. Was it Salvo? Was it just Salvo being pushy? Like, all these are potential answers as to why maybe the stories are different, but you're just not sharing everything. Like, that's what the point I was trying to get across, right? Why are these questions being pushed in the other direction? That should be challenged in the meanwhile.
Are y'all hearing this okay in the chat? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this okay. Yes, echo a tragedy. Please chill the fuck out. Thank you.
That person has been following me around every single stream for like.
Well, Echo. To be fair, Echo also is like a regular in my stream, so they didn't follow you here. They were here last night, and night before that.
They was doing it. They've been doing it consistently for like the last week that I've paid attention. And it's like, who the fuck is this person?
Yeah, they're in a lot of commentary streams, so they just don't. Apparently, they don't like you.
I mean, that's fair, but like,
you know,
have a reason. Have a legitimate reason.
Well, I'm sure they got a legitimate reason, but right now, their legitimate reason for not liking you has not got nothing to do with what we're watching. You know what I'm saying?
Straight, yeah.
All right. But yes, Echo, if you could kind of chill out because you're like at a 15, can I get you at least down to like a 5? That would be awesome.
That's Echo in general, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Echo goes hard.
Love you, Echo, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, FPS Dealer says Echo's a regular vocal commentary chatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said because Babs has fully explained what she thinks happened that night, and there's no more action she can take to further prove what she thinks happened.
Babs has not fully explained what happened. Babs has not fully explained what happened at Keemstar, and Babs has not fully explained what happened in that car. Not fully.
You, however, have like literally done nothing. By the way, not responding makes you look guilty, as if you're trying to hide something. And then he says, "Would you still want to call?" So I said, "I'm down anytime."
So he wanted so before you continue, so he wanted a private call with you to explain his side. Is that what was over a period of time? Yeah. That's what it turned into. Okay.
Yeah. So and this is 1 in the morning, if you can see here. I was like in bed.
Yeah, I get you. Is there anything else in these DMs that is of note?
No. Yeah, no, not really.
Okay. So
then.
Yeah. So let me ask you, the call with Edwin, how did it start off?
Assistant Sailor, are you still in the chat? Assistant Sailor, are you still in the chat? Yes. Okay. Assistant Sailor, do we follow each other on Twitter? Yes. Okay. Assistant Sailor. I keep saying your name because it's just like so formal. Assistant Sailor, you are about to get a DM from moi, if I can find you. At Assistant... Oh, there you are. Assistant Sailor. Why is your name damn butt pirate?
Assistant Sailor. Oh my god. Oh, I just realized that too. My dyslexia like didn't catch that until just this moment. I was gonna say Assistant Sailor to the loading dock.
Take that link and go into waiting, please. You're being called for duty, Sailor. You're being called to duty.
It's the draft for the Queen.
We're drafting you for the Queen, for the Queenship. We're drafting you. All right.
I've heard that name before.
Hello, Assistant Sailor.
Hey, how are we feeling?
We're feeling good now that I got all my anger out.
Feeling good. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could go into that live because we're going to hear your conversation with Chris.
All right.
And can you please, for the record, for the courts, could you please explain that Chris was okay in recording this?
Oh, yeah, of course. He asked me at the very beginning. He must have cut it out, but he was like, "Are you chill with me recording this? Like, just in case." I was like, "Yeah, I don't care."
All right. That's all I need to know. Thank you, sir. I mean, no, don't leave, but thank you for that.
Yeah, gotcha. So it started off. I actually recorded the first 45 seconds. I don't know if you care about that. But
It really depends. Is it something of incredible note to bring up? Is it anything that's going to be missing
it's just-
context?
It's just he got like a little mad at me for recording that part out because like I forgot to ask him initially like, "Oh yeah, by the way, are you recording this?" And he said, "No, don't do that." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay, so that's not important. You attempted to record him. You forgot to mention that you wanted to record him. He said he wasn't comfortable, and you turned it off. That's really it.
Yeah.
Okay, so your recollection of events and what you have on the call with Edwin, what started off?
Can we talk about how Chris is acting like a news anchor and like he's talking to, I don't know, like a person who is like super serious. He's acting like a news reporter.
He's not a cop anymore. He's a detective.
He's not, exactly. He's talking like a detective.
I know. During that entire call, I was just trying to like, because I had like my notes like to the side that I had taken during that whole thing, and I was like, he kept like asking me, "Okay, is that all? Is that all? Is that all?" Like very formally. I was like, "Damn."
Okay, so explain to everybody who you were talking to.
So yeah, Edwin, like basically, as you saw in the DMs, he asked me to join the convo. So like I joined him in a private Discord call, and we talked about some stuff, and I just took notes while we were talking, basically.
When was this?
This was last night at like 1 a.m.
Okay, that's why I've heard your name before.
Oh, did he mention Assistant Sailor to you?
Is it bad things?
Not Edwin.
Who?
Salvo?
Private conversation.
Oh.
Was it Salvo?
No, I don't talk to Salvo.
I was about to say Rep.
Yeah, because
no, I'm just kidding.
Salvo doesn't like me because I was the initial person who interviewed him. So that's why, yeah.
I understand not liking him.
Yeah.
How did you guys start the conversation? What did you guys get into?
I immediately got into it. I was like, dude, like, what exactly happened between you and Babs? Like, why are you, like, being so, like, mysterious with this? Why won't you come out about it? And he was like, he was very careful with his wording because he really did not want me to quote him on it. He was like, I've got to find a better way to word this, even though we were in a Discord call. But he basically said there is a reason she is in every single chat, appearing on every stream she can be in, and being on every space she can be in. Right.
Calling her a cloud whore is what he was calling her initially, and he still stands by that fact in private now.
And he didn't want to say that he calls her a clout whore though, because he was scared of me like quoting him or whatever.
But that's literally the description of a cloud whore, is that she's in every call, every chat. He basically said it without saying it.
Chris, if you want to jump in here, you can. I mean, this is like your video.
Yeah. So, and then I'm like, okay, well, can you explain what happened between you and Babs from your point of view? Edwin goes on to explain that he only rubbed Babs' feet, and it was actually Salvo who his retelling of events. I didn't have the receipts, so I couldn't have pushed him more.
Okay,
which was unfortunate.
So how I understand the situation is that Salvo was driving. That's at least what I remember, is that Salvo was driving. He whipped his dick out and was starting to jerk off. Babs kept saying no to them. They kept saying, they kept pressuring her into it. Edwin started rubbing her feet. She was uncomfortable with everything. She put a blanket over her face and then took it off and saw Salvo jerking off, and she was incredibly uncomfortable with that. That's my recollection. Is that essentially what Edwin said?
That's not what he said at all.
No?
He said it started out with the foot rub. Salvo offered to rub her feet, and then Edwin said, "Oh, let me do it too." And then after that, Salvo whipped his dick out, and Edwin stopped participating in it. He just like stayed quiet. Apparently, he was just like, he didn't say anything else, and then.
Oh, that's what Edwin said happened?
Yeah, he basically just said that, like, he was like, whoa, that's crazy. And then, like, he didn't basically his whole point, I'll get into it later, but his whole point was that these are Salvo's actions, not his actions, so he shouldn't be like criticized for them, right?
Revzilla, is that what you heard?
I wasn't paying attention. What'd you say?
Bullshit.
No, seriously. What did you say?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so from what Edwin said, what Edwin told Assistant Sailor, from what Assistant Sailor is saying, Edwin said that they went to Rubber Feet, and then Salvo whipped his dick out, and Edwin just stopped participating. That's not what I was told.
Don't recall. I don't recall. So you're saying that she was in there, they started rubbing her feet, Salvo whipped his dick out, and then Edwin stopped?
Yeah, Edwin stopped.
Yeah.
Stopped participating. That's what Assistant Sailor is saying that Edwin told him.
I don't remember. I'd have to ask.
Okay, well, I'm going to say that's not what I was told.
Mm.
I'm just going to say that's not what I was told at all.
Yeah, I can't say anything for sure because I don't remember. I have to like verify.
But like Salvo was being
out
a
of
bit of like a
curiosity,
weirdo, he said.
Which is
yeah, out of curiosity, sorry, Rep, like because like xylie is coming from Bab's point of view. Like, what point of view are you coming from? Like, I understand that you don't remember, but who would you have to refer back to in order to understand the story?
Babs.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to ask her.
Which is corroborating the story based around what Babs said, is that Edwin sat there and kind of just let it happen, and Babs was incredibly uncomfortable with Salvo whipping his dick out. So you are saying, according to the phone call with Edwin, that Edwin is confirming that Salvo did whip his dick out and was uncomfortably jerking off to Babs. Like, he was being really weird in the car.
Well, I think if I'm remembering right, he said that he got consent beforehand, but then after, it was just like really weird. He said. Basically.
So the thing is though, is that Babs is saying that they kept asking for consent, and then she got uncomfortable and was like, "Well, you know what? Whatever." Like, just pestering her. That's the allegation.
Well, basically, Edwin explained later in the call that Babs is basically combining two stories. She's combining the threesome story and also what happened in the car. So she pulls up, like, he actually pulled up this clip. That's why he was, I remember now. That's why he was showing me like his fucking plan or whatever to expose you guys, like the timestamps.
There's a plan to expose everybody?
Yeah, I misworded there. I'm sorry. It's not a plan. It's just these these timestamps here that he showed me.
Yeah, timestamps of people's. Oh wait, this must be from mine. Edwin switched teams in more way than one. Key mocks. I wish I could have better taste in my mouth. Why is Edwin hoping Salvo doesn't have? These are notes from live streams. Oh, this one's from the Keemstar show. Keemstar show.
These are all from the Keemstar show.
Okay.
But if you look at the top, it's the Keemstar Conspiracy like Volume 3. So I'd assume there's at least 2 others that he broke down.
Keemstar Conspiracy Volume 3? Right? Yep, Volume 3. The Receipts, Volume 3, Keemstar Conspiracy. Oh!
Now I asked him. Oh my god.
Go ahead.
I asked him today, because somebody else asked me, are you making a video? And he said, no, he's not making a video.
Yeah. I technically he's telling.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is he telling me the truth? I don't know.
From what he told me, he is technically telling the truth, right? What he told me, I'm gonna say this later, but what he told me is that he did this research, but he is not currently in the process of making a video.
Right. Yeah. That's what he told me too. He said that he's not making a video, but he still wanted to get a timeline just in case. And I advised him that he needed to just move on and stop all of that. Like,
well, just in case what?
You know what? You tell me.
Yeah. No. I wasn't asking you. I was just asking the world, like, what in case what? Like, I feel like everything that could have like instigated him to make that video probably happened at this point, or maybe not. Maybe this is what needed to happen.
I don't know. I told him like he should just probably stop. Just stop. Don't make videos like because he's making himself look terrible.
This is from the interview with Babs. Do you find it weird that Edwin was pushing you onto Salvo and he's pushing me onto Chris? I didn't come out about the threesome she did, though, Keem, and Keem did on first show. After an hour of talking about it, I joked it off. Was everything consensual? Yes, but in Salvo's own words. They kept asking and asking. We can continue. Yesterday, you said you liked it. Was that from was that the Babs one? I offered everyone a titty shot because we were drinking. Edwin made a big deal like I was creepy. We were trying to pressure Chris into getting into bed with y'all, and she said, I guess nope, or he put a nope there. Salvo and Edwin said they didn't do any gay stuff. Jesus, what? I'm reading this.
This is a mess. But that does sound like if that's what Babs is saying, that sounds like cohesion.
What is? I don't use docs or I guess sheets enough to know this. What is you see at the bottom? It says Keem Car Ride Show and then Nick Hate Edwin. Do we know what that is? Like, is that just like a different
Nick
sheet?
made a video. Nick made a video why I hate Edwin's Generations.
Oh yeah. So do you think is that just like the timestamps?
So
that do you think?
So Keem Car Ride Show is when Babs was on the Keemstar show talking about the car ride and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
The Nick Hate Edwin. He tried to say he didn't watch it at first. The Nick Hate Edwin is probably why I hate Edwin's Generation video.
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because like, are these two like conjoined somehow? Because if they were like conjoined, that'd mean that both of these are included in the same volume of. They're both included in the same volume of the Keemstar conspiracy.
Either that, or either it's one long ass video, or it's separate videos.
Someone in the chat said they're separate sheets.
I just want to.
I
just want to confirm really quick because I just decided to type in the URL at the top of the page just to see where it went.
Edwin was showing them, and they took screenshots. That's how they got the notes.
Video. Yeah, sorry, it's just the timestamps that this is referencing because it's saying stream URL and then it puts the URL. I just typed that in just to see what video it was, and it's the Salvo and Edwin car ride from hell. Hashtag Pgate Chris in witness protection. That's the video.
Okay, yep, Keemstar show one. Yep. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
Is because he pulled up this clip where basically Babs was saying, oh yeah, we were in the car and everyone was drunk and they kept pushing me. He was basically saying that the drunk and like sort of pushy stuff where they kept asking for consent was during the threesome, not in the car ride. They said they were completely sober during the car ride and like there wasn't any excessive asking of consent.
Okay, so now the story has changed from there was no excessive asking for consent in the car, but it was during the three-way when she was drunk. Yeah, that's way fucking better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so the story's changed is that they were hungover. I was there. I know how fucked up everyone was. I fucking left that house the second I sobered up, and I have to give it credit to Salvo and Edwin because I almost drove home drunk because I did not want to be there anymore. Like it got uncomfortable for me, and I was like, I want to fucking leave. But I credit them for basically stopping me from drinking and driving. But from what I was told, from what I understand, right, and especially on the Keemstar show, Babs, excessive consent all the time, super uncomfortable in the car ride. But now it's changed to excessive consent in the bedroom, but not in the car ride, even though Babs is saying that she was uncomfortable in the car ride still, regardless.
Yeah.
There's nothing, I don't know, nosy friends, taking show. Those were Edwin's show notes. Skip. Okay. I'll explain it later. I'll explain it later to you, Skip.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, Edwin is confirming that that he lets Salvo be a creep in the car. At the end of the day, that's this conversation, right?
I mean, yeah, but he did private pushback to that. He was like, yeah, but that's not my actions. That's Salvo actions.
No.
Like, he kind of just like put it all on him.
And I get that.
Yeah.
But the biggest criticism against Edwin is that he is somebody who has covered these kinds of stories before and he did nothing. And that's why people are upset at him. And he's not grasping that fundamental understanding of it. And that's how I perceive it. And that's how...
So he put everything on that car right on Salvo?
Yeah, well, yeah, he just basically said, those aren't my actions. That's Salvo's actions. Like, you can't fault me for that.
So he didn't say how he was sucking on her toes?
He said he gave her he said that he gave her a foot, like, the first thing that happened was Salvo offered to give Babs a foot rub, and then he joined in on that.
Yeah.
And then after that, Salvo took out his dick and he just, like, disengaged and stopped. Like, he was like, whoa, dude, what the fuck? And, like, kind of, like, gave a reaction, but he didn't, like, do anything further with Babs or anything like that.
Okay.
Everyone perceives it.
Oh, sorry
So,
to interject here,
No,
but
no,
I saw,
you're fine.
I saw Boblax in the chat. I don't know. he was not happy with Boblax a bit later. I explained in this call too as well. So.
Actually, in about less than 30 seconds, Boblax, he talks about you. I got Twitter timestamp. So hang on there, buddy. We're gonna get to you.
Hi, Boblax.
It's okay. It's good that Edwin didn't do anything of a SA allegation or an SA level of things, but it's still weird that he allowed Salvo to do that and not push back on Salvo and be like, dude, you can see that she's uncomfortable right now. Like, I'm even uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, that's the issue that everyone has with the Salvo situation. But Edwin's not getting that. He thinks that everyone is trying to cancel him for doing something in the car. He didn't whip his dick out.
Yeah.
No,
And then,
I didn't get told he whipped it. No. Edwin didn't whip his dick out. He didn't. That's what I did not get told that he whipped his dick out. That's true. He didn't whip his dick out.
and after this, the conversation moved to him like being a bad friend or whatever to Boblax and Nick. And I realize this stuff isn't as important, but
Oh,
he
no.
basically said,
It's important for full
Well, yeah, yeah.
context.
Yeah, but I get it. Yeah. So basically, he said that Edwin was not close with Boblax at all. So when Olivia Wang told me that she was told him that he was basically like playing Boblax, he didn't really care to tell her. And I was like, well, doesn't that kind of still make you...
Whoa, hold on. He was what?
He wasn't good friends with Boblax.
Oh, he was. I thought you said playing with Boblax.
No.
Okay.
Olivia Wang told Edwin that she was playing Boblax.
Ah, okay.
And that they weren't in a relationship. And then, so.
So she said that they weren't in a relationship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she said she was just basically playing him, right?
Okay, so she was just like going along with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's basically saying I was never really friends with Boblax is essentially what's happening here, and that Olivia.
What did he say? What did he exactly say about Boblax?
He just said that like he was just never good friends with Boblax. Like he was never good enough friends to like he didn't like talk to him offline or anything, and then I get into it later, but he told this really weird like anecdote about how Boblax like kicked him out of like a commentary group chat or something, and then like made a new one without him. Or I don't know all the details of that story because it was very confusing and I didn't really understand it.
Okay.
Was never really interested in Boblax.
Yeah. He went on like a long rant after that about how like Boblax supposedly kicked him out of this group chat and made a new one without him.
No,
and like it was just really weird.
That's all petty shit. So this is the thing. So Edwin says he's not good friends with Boblax, but then gets mad when Boblax kicks him out of a group chat and creates another one without him.
Yeah, basically.
That's retarded. He's upset that a guy he never really cared about kicked him out of a group chat. What is he, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Edwin, be a grown fucking adult. That's my biggest.
If you weren't, I have to agree with that.
fucking.
Yeah, well, I see
Is that-
Boblax typed in chat that Nick, me, and Augie all agreed to kick him out of the chat. He didn't say anything about Nick or Augie in that story. He specifically said Boblax kicked me out, and Boblax made a new chat without me. I don't know.
Yeah, he was kind of salty. I remember when he got kicked up, and it was done live on my stream, so it's not like I'm telling a secret.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
The night that Salvo got kicked out for the last time out of the group chat with King, Edwin got kicked out too because he had made a joke about, like, you know, you could tell your girlfriend you can leak stuff. You know, he was starting to. That's around the time he started defending Salvo, and he was kind of salty about that. And then he added me in a group chat with me, him, and Salvo, which I never typed in because I didn't even notice it. And then when I saw it, I left it. I was like, oh, no, fuck no. Bye. You know. I never even typed in that one. But, yeah. Okay.
That he's acting like a fucking child. Is there anything else of note, Sailor?
Yeah, I have a lot more notes. I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. We're going over everything because it.
Okay, Boblack says, I'm the leader of the chat, so it was me. But it was a group decision. It's our chat. I don't randomly kick people. You know what, Bo Blacks? I don't believe you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Hey, while we're breaking here, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna go get like something to eat or something.
Okay, have fun.
Right.
I told you you could have left a while ago.
I might jump back in.
All right.
All right, bye.
It's important that we get everything and
this was
and
like
be
an
as
hour and a half call.
And be as I don't care how long it takes, as accurate as possible, dude.
Yeah. So basically, after that, I moved on to like the DM he sent Nick, being like, "Oh, you won't believe what Keemstar said about you." Like that DM, I was like, "Do you think that made you a back friend?" And he was like, "Well, no, I was just like private shit talking," which was I kind of got I kind of understood that. Like I do that occasionally, you know, like even with my real life friend.
FYI, Brantley Keemstar is not my father.
Hey, yeah, hey,
My dad
Keemstar.
right now.
Daddy's here.
Hi,
Yeah.
Daddy.
You are
How
not
are
my
you?
daddy.
Keemstar, can I just clarify something for you in the chat real quick? You said he didn't have a script. He had time stamped your entire live stream of
Okay, so
all the
guys,
important moments you wanted to respond to.
Guys, I think this would be beneficial to me and beneficial to like maybe new people that just joined the stream. I've been busy like doing a million other things. I have no idea about this Edwin stuff. Can someone give me like a quick recap?
I mean,
Assistant Taylor.
yeah, I guess I can. Yeah.
Okay. So last night in Edwin's live stream last night, he was coping hard, and he was looking at his audience, going, "Oh yeah, come up here, talk to me, go ahead," and he never gave a link. And Assistant Sailor, now tell your part.
Yeah, so basically I went in his Twitter DMs and I was, kind of memeing a bit, and until I got to a point where like I actually started to feel bad, like kind of bad for him, and I stopped memeing and I was like, dude, the reason, like I basically tried to explain to him why he needs to respond to these allegations, right? Because they're serious. And it got to the point where he invited me to a private call late at night. It was like 1 a.m. I get in this private call. I start recording for like the first 45 seconds, but then I ask him, "Oh, is it okay if I record?" He says no, so I turn off the recording. But I do pull up like docs and I start taking notes of everything he says, right? Because I just want to be sure. So he goes on to what have we already covered in this stream? So
Okay,
yeah,
go into the live, Keem.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me know when you're in the live, okay?
So basically,
I'm
he
in
tells me his side of the Babs story. Basically, what he says is that Babs on your show is combining 2 different stories, the threesome story and the car story. When she tells she says what happens in the car. She's basically combining them. So he clarified to me that they were not drunk and they were not pushy in the car, but they weren't. That they had asked for consent in the threesome and were drunk in the threesome instead.
Yeah,
and
they
in
weren't
the car,
drunk in the car. They were not drunk in the car.
And
She
all
never
that
said that.
Yeah, she never said they
said
were
that.
drunk in the car.
Yeah.
She was hungover. She wasn't drunk. She told me. Oh, by the way, Keem, she told me everything last night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then basically the story he told me that happened in the car was Salvo offered to rub Babs' feet. She agreed.
Wait, time out. Xylie, what do you mean she told you everything? Like about what happened with Salvo and Edwin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
Wait.
thought she did that on my show, right?
There was more details.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So basically, Salvo offers to rub Babs' feet. Babs agrees. Edwin offers to rub Babs' feet. Babs agrees. Then Salvo starts, he pulls it out, allegedly, right? And so he pulls it out, and Edwin apparently like reacts. He goes like, "Whoa, what the hell?" And then, but he doesn't interact with it any further. He just like, kind of goes, "Whoa, what?" And then does not like pressure Babs in any way. He just like kind of disengages almost.
He's saying that he
Yeah.
stopped once Salvo whipped out his dick and started jerking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my reaction too, Kim. That's my reaction too, because that's not what I was told.
Dude, okay, listen. Edwin, if you're listening right now in a Discord with a couple like, essay victims that you're trying to groom, just hear me out, homie. Like, here's some honest advice. Don't talk about any of this. Just be like, dude, it's all a fucking mess, drinking, whatever. If I hurt someone's feelings, I'm sorry. Yeah, I fucking was hanging out with Salvo, and Salvo took me down a bad path, but I made mistakes too, and I got to own up for my mistakes. I lost my friends. I want my friends back. And I'm sorry to everyone. Like, say that. Don't be fucking, what is this, bro? Edwin, if you went to court on this, right? And I'm not saying that you're going to go to court or anyone's going to sue you. Don't take this the wrong way. But I'm saying, like, if this case that you're presenting to your audience was done in a court of law, you'd be found guilty and they'd lock you up.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm not saying that you did a crime. I'm just saying, like, the case that you're putting forward to the audience, like, your arguments are so weak, right? And the witnesses against you are so strong, right? Just stop defending any of this shit, because none of it, absolutely none of it is career ending. None of it is.
So, Keem, look at the live and look at what I'm showing you. The Receipts, Volume 3, Keemstar Conspiracy. And it's the Keem car ride show, and these are notes from the car ride show. And if you look at the bottom here, there's another tab, and I guarantee you there's notes in there of the Nick Hate Edwin video.
And this is from his computer, Edwin's computer?
No.
Assistant Sailor here took screenshots of what Edwin was showing him.
Yeah. This isn't even a screenshot. Yeah.
God, this is so weird.
Yeah. So apparently your video is going to be called the Keemstar Conspiracy, spelled with a K.
If he decides to publish it. If he decides to make it, apparently. Because apparently he hasn't even started making it, quote unquote.
Yeah, basically what he told me is that, like, it takes a lot of work. This is exactly what he told me, right? He was basically like, hey, look, like, my Marilyn Manson videos, they're a masterpiece, okay? Because I put a lot of work into my videos. And, putting that much work into your videos takes a lot of time. And I'm just, like, too busy. I'm too, like, preoccupied. Like, I'm too lazy to make these videos about Keemstar and Nick Diorio right now. So I'm just not going to do it. But if I ever do make them, they're going on the main channel.
Can I say this, right? Like, obviously, like, Edwin was like gassing up that when he came to my house, he was going to expose me or whatever, do something, right? Maybe he was like cracking a joke. Maybe he wasn't serious, but he did say that, right? I know he said that. All right. So when he did this threesome with fucking Babs and was creepy in a car with Salvo, right? Being like kind of like a sex pest or whatnot. And I interviewed Babs and covered the story and said that he was a weirdo and all that. On top of all that, I didn't pile up and was like, fuck Edwin, Edwin's finished. Like, I didn't do that, right? I actually called Edwin after the fact and was like giving him advice and like being cool with him, right? So I don't know why he has such a hate boner for me. Like, when I tuned into his stream the other day and I was like, let me call in, and he was saying something along the lines like, all you guys that told me not to hang out with Keemstar was a bad idea. You were right. It's like, what? Bro, I'm not over here like in a Discord fucking call with a bunch of people and I'm like, hey, let's destroy Edwin's career. Like, I'm not doing that. It's you and your homie Salvo that do that weird shit, bro. Like,
oh wait, did you see what Nick showed on his Twitch stream tonight?
No.
Okay, so after Edwin's abomination of a live stream last night, he goes to Aiko. I think it's Aiko.
Yeah, Aiko? I'm
yeah,
not sure.
Yeah. He goes to Aiko and she was streaming. And basically he got mixed up by how many people he messaged. He never messaged her, but he was acting like he did. So he ended up in a call with her. She pulled the Uno reverse card on his ass and got him to talk about the shit that he wouldn't talk about.
Yeah, she straight up nuked him from orbit.
Oh,
it was really bad.
She laid it like boom, and she wouldn't let his ass get. She told him at one point, she was like, "Okay, well, if you're not going to talk about it, you can leave."
And he stayed.
Yeah.
And he stayed.
Can I just address something in the chat real quick? It just says somebody said, "Do you realize no one's gonna trust talking to you in private now, right?" And that's actually something Edwin was bringing up a lot in the call. He was like saying over and over again, like, "Oh, you know, if you leak this, like, oh no," his exact words were, "I don't know how serious you want to take YouTube, but leaking stuff and like leaking private calls is a really bad mark on your reputation." And he just like, I was like, yeah, no shit, like I don't want to leak this.
Dude, listen, when I was in Edwin's stream the other night, he was like, you know, Keemstar's really big on not leaking private conversations, but he's telling everyone the private conversations. I'm like, no, I'm really not. I literally told people that me and you talked. It was a good conversation. And I told you that you need to defend yourself if there's lies being said about you. Like, that's all I said. I'm talking about what I said. I'm not leaking Edwin's strategies or what Edwin told me he's going to do. I didn't leak any of that. So why is he like spinning it like 180 and making it seem like, you know, I'm leaking shit when really he was recording me without my permission? Like, that's just fucking weird, bro.
Funny how that works, right? That he's recording you without your permission?
And I didn't record him. I did not record him. All I said publicly about me and Edwin's conversation is like, and maybe I did say something more and I can't think of it right now, but as far as I can remember right now, the only thing I said was like, yeah, I told Edwin he needs to defend himself. What?
And also the other thing is too, for Edwin, like for you, Assistant Sailor, like why would he talk? Like, what's the point of talking to you at all?
Yeah.
If he doesn't want you to talk about it at all? Like,
Well,
that almost makes it seem like he just wants you to gin him up, right?
Yeah, well, I get this later onto this later in the stream, but he was also saying things. Here, I have the quotes pulled up right here. He was also saying things like, "I'm willing," or wait, shit, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can bandwagon on this, but it won't make you stand out, and you should lurk to find the truth. And like, he was also saying like, I want someone to look into this.
Time out. Bro, to the audience, all right? Why is he talking to Sailor like that? That is such clear manipulation. Like, that's like so like, it's like, dude, you couldn't get away with that manipulation on a fucking middle schooler. They would sense that you're manipulating them. Why is he even trying that? Why is he even saying that? Oh, you're not going to stand out if you leak this. Like, what the fuck? Like, are we 12? What are you doing? This is the dumbest shit, bro.
It's desperate.
And this whole time, Edwin is going to people behind the scenes or on his Discord, because God knows his Discord was leaked like it was a Parking Tigers Discord at one point. He was going to his Discord. He was going to people behind the scenes, and he's like desperately trying to spin a narrative of what happened and et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? Like, he's trying to grease the wheels.
Yeah, and another thing is he knew that I wanted to like interview him and like quote unquote debate him for my channel, and he was almost holding that like as a bargaining chip, where he like at one point he said something along the lines of like, you know, I want to give you this interview, but I have to know who I'm talking to and that I can trust you, and I also have options. And then he referred to this other person in the community
So
named
he was
Clout Route.
manipulating you the whole time. Like that's all like that's a sales
Yeah.
pitch. Like that's a talk off. Like that's clear like manipulation. Like what?
Hey, play
Yeah,
ball
well,
with
yeah,
me, and I'll play ball with you. Yeah.
That's like another reason why like I decided to leak this, because like when I went to bed I was pretty conflicted about it all. I was like, damn, I really like I don't want to be known as like this like evil leaker guy. But then like I thought about it, I was like, there's no way I can just let him get away with this, because if he's talking to me like this, who else is he talking to like this, like trying to convince them to defend him?
Edwin, if you're listening right now, I obviously you have it in your head that like I'm out to get you and I'm out to destroy you. No, motherfucker. Like if xylie was in a car ride and fucking whipped her tits out and like tried to hook up with some fucking with Chris the Narc or some shit.
What?
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking,
God.
I'm gonna cover it on the Keemstar show, bro. Like you and Salvo did some cringy shit with a fangirl in our community. I'm covering it, bro. I'm covering it. I'm sorry, I'm covering it. Like I'm gonna cover it. Like I'm not out to get you. I'm not sitting in a Discord like, let's destroy Edwin. No, bro. You guys did some crazy, cringy shit with this girl. I'm covering it on my show. It's content. Fuck off.
By the
Well, but King,
way,
you're a
Joe
bad friend.
Mega,
That's
thank
what
you
it
for
is.
the
You're a bad friend.
$4.99. Bumblebee, thank you for the $6.99, and Verse, thank you for the $5. So yeah, so apparently Edwin stopped and he just froze like a deer in headlights when Salvo whipped his dick out.
Do we know how long that car ride was?
I didn't ask. I don't know.
How long did Salvo say it took to get to Keemstar? Because he talked about it before.
Listen,
like 3 hours?
Listen. The car ride is more than 3 hours. Imagine this, all right? You've been drinking all night. You've been partying all night, right? You're sitting in the fucking back of the car and you're hungover. Everybody knows the feeling. All you want to do is eat some candy and drink a Gatorade. Some shit like that, right? Your head's pounding. And you have these two fucking creeps, Salvo and fucking Edwin, like grabbing at your fucking feet, trying to suck your toes, like just over and over again, asking you like a gazillion times, let's pull over, let's fuck. Oh, she likes it. Come on, let's
look at her. She likes it. She likes it. She likes it. Look at her. And when she likes it and staring into her eyes, and that's why she pulled the shirt over her head.
That seems like an absolute hell for any woman, point blank, period. Like,
I'm sorry because I never got this. Like, so like who was sitting in what seats? Like who was driving? Who was in the passenger?
Salvo was driving and jerking off. Edwin was in the passenger seat and she was in the back seat.
Okay, thank you.
It's like, come on, dude. Like they're so like, and you know, it's not just that they're like being sex pests in that moment, but they're also being like losers. Like how desperate do you have to be? Like how pathetic is that, right? They already had like a threesome or did something the night before, right? So they already got their nuts off or whatever you want to call it, right? They're on a 3-hour car drive. They all have fucking hangovers and they're going to be at Salvo's house where his wife is there. So they're just like so desperate to get another fucking like, dude, you're a loser, bro. You're a fucking loser. You're both fucking weird, bro. Like, how are you that desperate for pussy? Oh, I want to bag the girl that's like basically puking in the back seat of the car. Like, fuck off, bro.
How did that all like actually shake out at the end of it? Because if she was uncomfortable on the car ride back to the house, to Salvo's house, and apparently Edwin was like straight-faced about it and immediately felt bad or whatever his narrative is right now, like how did that play out?
Can Brantley make a statement because she went off?
Yes.
1 minute.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that like Edwin has based his like channel off of girls that have been sexually assaulted and stuff. He's learned all the motions and the methods of these sex pests and these horrible men that have treated these women like shit. So he's learned all the moves, and now he's doing it on women.
Oh, yeah. Also, Keemstar, I don't think you heard, but the reason he told me that he doesn't want to speak out about this is because he basically thinks that all that Babs wants is clout. But he was very careful about it. Like, basically what he was saying was I really don't want you to quote me, but just pay attention to Bab's behavior. She's in every chat, she's in every space, she's on every live stream she can get on. Just think about what that tells you about her behavior.
You know what it tells me? She just wants
That's
people to come out with the truth.
She's
It's
not even a
bothering
YouTuber.
her
What-
that
what is
people
the
are
clout?
lying about it. I talked to her last night. It's bothering her that people are not talking the truth. They are
What
not
clout?
saying the truth.
It's
What
more
clout
than
does she
that
want?
though. It's more than that though, right? That's like saying, like, look at Matt Pitt. He's in everyone's chats. He calls into everyone's shows. It's like, why is Matt Pitt in everyone's like streams and whatnot, right? Because he's a part of this community. Like Babs is a part of this community.
Well, I think
Babs is one of you people in the chat, and she's been in this community for months and months and months, like maybe over a year at this point. Like, so of course she's gonna be in these fucking streams. Like, duh. Like, are you like so fucking silly?
Yeah,
That's like saying, like, look at Ashers. You can't trust Ashers because she's in all the chats. Like, that doesn't make sense. Ashers is a part of this community. That argument does not make sense.
I think what he was trying to insinuate there is that like all she wanted was clout, right? Like that was
Yeah,
his
but-
original argument on Tommy C. It was just like stupid.
But clout to what end? Like, usually if somebody's trying to get clout, then it's like for a YouTube channel, for like a whatever. It's like, does she have anything that
I
she
can
would
tell
need
you
clout
this.
for?
I can tell you this right now. All right. This is why his argument is silly when it comes to clout. All right. Babs, and she's gonna hate me for this, but I don't care. I'm leaking it. All right. Babs is struggling financially right now, and she has an OnlyFans. All right. Has she plugged her OnlyFans during any of this?
Of course
No, no, she hasn't because I didn't
not
even know
once.
she had an
I
OnlyFans
didn't
until you just
know
said
she
it.
had one either. Yeah.
Not
I had no
once.
idea.
She has an OnlyFans that, like, you know, is somewhat successful. It's like maybe like $1,000 a month or something. It's something. She got so much clout. She was on the Keemstar show. Everybody has talked about Babs and remember, this has been going on for 2 months, 3 months. Not at one point did she plug her OnlyFans.
No, she didn't.
And she's actually
Roblox
like
didn't know either.
Yeah, none
she's
of us
actually
knew.
she actually is struggling right now. She just got a brand new job, like, you know, working like I'm obviously not going to say where, but like
Chris didn't know either. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's like
don't say.
so he is wrong. He is wrong by that. I have told her many times, I'm like, dude, plug your OnlyFans because I know she's struggling, and she's like, no, because people think I'm just doing this for clout. You know, like she is not looking for clout.
Do you think maybe they're holding that over her head? Because you know how some people feel about women having OnlyFans. Are they holding that over her head? Do they know?
Ooh, Edwin?
Yeah, does Edwin know she has the OnlyFans?
Yeah, he knows. Because they talked every day for like 5 hours on the phone before they met in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll help Babs out. I don't give a fuck. If you want to see Babs' titties, go sign to her OnlyFans. I'll help her out. But she's not plugging it. She is not plugging it. I've never seen Babs mention her OnlyFans ever.
She never has. I've never heard her say it, and she's never said it. Well, from what I have seen of Babs, I've never seen her say anything about it in a chat either, and I definitely haven't heard her say it in a stream. And if she wanted clout, and if she wanted, because she's a pretty girl. Oh my God, she's fucking gorgeous. If she, I mean, honestly, on your show would have been the time for her to plug it, because how pretty she looked, and she was on camera. Because that's the only time she's been on camera, was on your show.
I dressed her.
Huh?
I think. I dressed her, I think. Oh, I don't know. I like to pick the girls' outfits.
Oh my God, Keem, I hate you.
Oh.
You're such a fucking misogynist.
I gotta take credit for it, man. I make these bitches look good. But yeah, she's not a clout demon. She just isn't. That's just so wrong. You know, it's just she isn't.
Well, I offered her if she wanted the whole, because here's the thing. The whole story is actually out there, but it's in different live streams. Here, there, and everywhere. You know what I mean?
Wait, somebody said he wants to ruin your reputation, Keem, and steal your audience. Like, what? He can come on my show and try.
How would he even do that?
Edwin, you can go live on the Keemstar show and say anything you want. When I mean you go live on there and say anything you want, like I will give you the stream key, and you can sit there and slander me, and we'll see how successful it is. I'll give you my platform to try to steal my audience.
Hey, you should be proud of me. I ratioed him on YouTube last night.
Hey. No, it's a little funny detail here. But Salvo was complaining on Twitter that like xylie wouldn't let him on. He was saying all this crap about wanting a platform to defend himself. And I quote to him, I said, "You have an 8.k sub YouTube channel. Go live." And then he blocked me.
He's got a bigger platform than I do. Go live, Salvo. Go
It's
live
just silly.
and say
He's
your
seen how
side.
that goes for Edwin. Yeah, he's seen how that goes for Edwin, so now he's not. This is why he waited, I bet.
Salvo, you got a bigger channel than me. Go live.
It's like anyone, if I don't know what the chat is referring to when they're saying Edwin's trying to cancel me and steal my audience, but it's like, bro, I got motherfuckers running around to this day saying I killed another YouTuber. I'm still here, bro. Like, Edwin, you're not doing shit. Like, fuck off. Like, there's no way, bro.
Well, I offered Babs if she wanted to talk about it and it be like just recorded, or if she wanted to do a live stream, but I think it would be better recorded. She can tell the whole entire story from beginning to the end, and we will let her tell her story. And I told her it is up to her if she wants to do it. I am not pressuring her, because when it boils down to it, it's her story, and whether she wants to tell it, it's right. And if she doesn't want to tell it, it's right again, because it's her story to tell.
My 5 cents is that if it's all out there and it's on different live streams and whatever, and she acknowledges that, then like, why not just say it? Because like at this point now it's going to be rumors. Like what was said on what live streams was true is now the question.
Well, because there's fine details.
Well, she can pick and choose the
little
details she wants to put out.
Well,
I mean,
that's the
what
thing.
I'm saying.
I don't have her explicit permission to tell.
I know,
those
no, I'm not
details.
saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying her. Like I'm saying like my 5 cents is that she should.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think she should, but again, it's her to do that. It's
Yeah,
not
of
up
course,
to me.
of course.
You know what I mean?
Of
I
course.
can't pressure her into that.
Right.
That would be wrong.
Yeah, no. I get
Yo, I gotta call out Niall, by the way, Niall in chat, because like this fucking guy.
Okay, wait a
is
minute. While you're bitching at him, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So go ahead, go do your bitching. I'll be right back.
All right. Niall in chat, this guy is a fucking piece of shit. A couple nights ago, Brantley and Babs were wasted, like so drunk, right? They went on a Twitter space, and they're just like drunk girls talking about whatever fucking girls do. Like, it's just, they were having fun, right? Niall comes in, they're nice to him because they know him, and they put him on stage. And this dude tries to like get them to talk about trans issues and shit. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Bro, leave my fucking girlfriend alone. How the fuck are you gonna go in with 2 drunk girls and then like bring up like race and trans issues, trying to catch them like slacking because you know they're drunk, right? And they might say something wrong. Like, that was so predatory, bro. If I fucking see you, dude, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna fucking hit you, bro.
Yeah, wasn't that space like literally called like drunk before Keem star notices or something
Yeah,
like
because
that?
like I obviously don't want Brantley or really anyone going on like live streams when they're fucking wasted, because only bad things can happen. It just happened with me like a month ago, right? When I came from the bar and I was talking about this girl I knew in high school, and I fucking said it on Edwin's stream the wrong way, and I was like, yeah, this high school girl, because people were cutting me off. That got clipped and turned into like this big fucking thing. But no, I was sober, and Niall goes in there fucking like bringing up all these like fucking red flag things, trying to catch them into saying something wrong, bro. It was so fucking shitty and predatory for him. Fuck him.
Yeah. I mean, I guess another funny detail to insert here is that as soon as xylie went live, because in our call last night, Edwin never accepted my friend request on Discord. We just like called. As soon as xylie went live, he accepted my friend request. I just thought
today,
that was...
like right now, like for this stream.
No, it like right when xylie went live, Chris can confirm this. I DM'd him a screenshot of him accepting my friend request.
Oh wow.
Well, it's like when I went live last night. He went live.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, he was like trying to like pretend like he like owned Nick and all the people stream sniping his like first ever live stream, because he was like, yeah, it was really boring intentionally so that And I owned them because they didn't get any content. And I was like, damn.
It's man.
Fuck you, Niall.
What did? Okay,
You
why are
naughty
you
little
fussing at
bitch.
Niall?
Well,
It's
you
because of
missed
a-
it. You missed it. So
The Twitter
Brantley
space.
and Babs were drunk. They were in a Twitter space, like wasted, right?
I know they asked
The-
me like 5,000 times to join. And I couldn't. I was live.
Yeah,
streaming.
and the title was like "We're drunk and they're just doing like girl stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck you, Niall. You ruined my fucking Twitter Spaces. Fuck you.
so long story short, they're just doing girl shit, like laughing about fucking I don't know, getting their nails done or whatever dumb bitches do. Anyhow, Niall jumps in there, and he's like, "What do you think about trans issues? How many genders?" Like he was trying to catch them lacking because they were fucking wasted, right? He was like, he was being real predatory and like trying to bring up all these like race and fucking trans issues. It's like, dude, fuck Niall. He's a piece of shit, dude. Hello, Xylie?
Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm sorry. I was looking at a message. So yeah, I don't know if Babs wants to tell her whole story or not. I told her to think about it, and if she wants to, she can come to me and we can do the thing. And she can let it all out. So.
We'll get Babs in here.
What, you want to do it now? I mean, we can do it now, but Babs
Well, what
isn't
is
in the
the-
chat.
Well, what is the missing? What are we waiting to hear? I thought we heard this whole story.
Yeah.
Oh, not
For me,
like.
it's just confirmation of the actual story.
Yeah,
like it's
it's
just
basically
because if it's all out there
confirmation.
in other, if it's all out there in different live streams, we just need somebody to somebody who knew what the situation was to walk us through
Ask
exactly
me.
what happened. Well,
I do. Ask me.
You know exactly what you know what happened in the car ride.
Yes.
Well, I guess you would, right? Well, can
Yes.
you explain like what happened with the car, like the whole shabam? Like what like I guess Xylie, like it's just what are these details? Like what are these details that everybody's dancing around?
Edwin is not as innocent as he's putting himself out to be. Thank you for the 20, Stephanie.
Well, listen. This was the car ride, right? Abs wants to puke. She's hung over. She wants like also like candy or something and like a fucking Gatorade. Like she's hung over. She feels like shit. She's stuck in the car with these two guys. She's in the back seat. It's a 3-hour ride, and these guys are fucking horny and like want to gangbang her or something. They start playing with her toes, sucking on her toes, like doing weird, like cringy shit, asking, "Hey, can we pull the car over? Let's pull over. We'll just pull over." Oh, she likes it. Like basically like just pressuring Babs to fuck, and like Babs is like wants nothing to do with it. She's hung over and wants to puke. All right. They're not taking the hint, and they're pushing it so far to the point where fucking Salvo whips his dick out while he's driving and starts playing with his dick. So like, is there more details than that? I'm sure,
well, because
but
now what's in question is that like so what did Edwin do after that, and what was the entire car ride like from that moment on?
That's the details that I don't have permission to say, and Babs isn't here to say what Edwin did when Salvo whipped his dick
So
out.
do you know, Keem?
if I remember correctly, actually, I don't want to speak on it because I'm kind of fuzzy on that part of it.
See that, but this is okay, and fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
See,
but like,
I
this
just
is what
heard
I'm
it
saying
last
though.
night, so I'm
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
fuzzy
saying
on
is
it
like and I get it because like everybody doesn't want to like speak out of turn or whatever. But this is why I think that Babs should like talk about that, because that's the gap that would matter the most. Like that's like the most crucial details.
What I don't like is we have some idiots in this community that are like, "Oh, so it's not rape," or like Babs isn't saying that. Babs isn't saying that. But if you can't have some empathy for Babs in that situation with these two fucking losers, then you're not human. You're a sociopath or something. Like, how can you not have empathy for her in the back of this car with these creeps, like, just constantly like, "Hey, we'll pull over. Let's fuck right now. We'll pull over." Like, what? And she's like, "No." And then they're like grabbing her feet, sucking on her toes, playing with her, rubbing her toe. Like,
Would you classify that as abuse? Like what happened in the car?
No, because look, dude, terms like that are like too used too much. Oh, I would not say abuse. I would say that they're like, Brantley's screaming at me in the background saying sexual harassment, but it is like it's like a lower form of just every people know what this is, right? Like you know what this is. It doesn't need a term for it, right? It's
that's
just
fair.
losers.
That was part of the conversation before. That's why I brought it up.
It's just desperate losers like fucking harassing a girl. Like they're harassing her. She clearly isn't down for it. And keep in mind, all right, yes, there was drunken sex act the night before, right? Dude, we've all been there, right? You get wasted, one night stands, whatever, right? But this is the very next day. This is the first time she's met in person Edwin or Salvo. She doesn't know these guys. You know? So it's like they're doing all this creepy stuff to her. She's not down. She can't just walk away and be like, no, I'm going home. She is stuck in the car. Like, you know what I mean? And she doesn't really know them. She's never met them in real life before. Like, you got to feel bad for her. Like, I do. That's why I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going on the Keemstar show. Let's put the story out there.
I feel bad, and it's like I don't, because I'm still fuzzy on like the details of like what happened at the like not to keep on repeating the same point, but just like what happened in that time gap, right, in between like Salva pulled his dick out, and then there's the void century of we don't know what information, whatever, right, because we can't talk about it. But like, okay, so where did Babs end up at the end of that? Like, how did that all like shake down? Because if they were going to Salvo's house, then like what happened? You know, because obviously she was uncomfortable, so she wanted to get out of that.
So they go to Salvo's house. She's uncomfortable, right? And get to Salvo's house, and then they get to her car. Now she's stuck in a car with Edwin and has to drive to Pennsylvania another fucking 3 hours. So this is Babs' situation. She's in the car for 3 hours to Ohio with 2 creeps. She gets to fucking Salvo's house. She gets to her car. Now she's stuck with Edwin. So whole car ride to Pennsylvania from Ohio. Her and Edwin don't even speak. About 45 minutes into the drive, Edwin goes, oh my God, we got to go back. I left my passport there. And fucking Babs is like, I'm not going back. He can mail it to you. I am not going fucking back. I'm going home. And it was awkward the whole time that he was there, because he was scheduled to stay with Babs for a week, and then all this crazy awkward shit happened, and it just it was a bad. It didn't end. It was a 3-hour car ride. Then it was a 2-hour car ride, and then it was stuck with Edwin for a week. This hell for Babs never ended.
I mean, how did Assistant Sailor? How did Edwin actually like sound on the thing? Like, was he shaky at all? Was he
he sounded just like
he was
normal.
confident?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm pretty bad at reading people, but he sounded just like normal Edwin. Like he explained to me that when all these allegations initially dropped, he got like really nervous, and that's why he like went and hid away for like a really long time. But then I guess he had this like he described like he had some sort of like awakening moment where he realized like it just doesn't matter, and like and like supposedly these people are just gonna push a narrative no matter what. So he just decided why not, and he thinks it's funny now. He says.
I mean, it is funny, not for the reasons he thinks.
Well, yeah, like and he referenced like a donation Nick sent to him where he like he was like, yeah, dude, it was like it was really funny because I didn't read out the whole thing, and like I owned him, and I was like, that's like, to be fair, I'm a lot nicer in the call just because like I was thinking in my head, I want him to stay on the call with me as long as possible, right?
Yeah. Did you ask him at all about Olivia?
Unfortunately, I wasn't very aware of the Olivia stuff. I could only from the little bit I did a little bit of research like beforehand, and like I could only like I was mostly focused on like the Babs shit. Like that's what I was thinking about.
Keem, did you know? So when Edwin was gonna go live, right before he went live, he posted in the chat like, "Oh no, somebody dipped out." You know, like a message like that. And as it turns out, that person was Olivia. So I don't know. Apparently, I mean, according to Repzilla, the reason why she didn't go on the stream was because she doesn't want to be involved with commentary community, quote unquote. So I don't know.
Somebody in the chat says, please answer, Keem. She left them and stayed with you and Brantley. What happened while she stayed with you? What? What do you mean she left them and stayed with me and Brantley? She didn't leave them and stay with us. Like, what? So confused
Wait,
by
what?
that.
What did they say?
Scroll up and there's this person who looks like one of Edwin's girls from a Discord.
Okay,
Her name
that
is
doesn't
Zuck.
help. What was the name?
Her name is Zuck. Her name is Zucky1.
Oh, okay.
Right?
She left them and stayed with you and Brantley. What happened while she was with you? Wait, she left them and stayed with you and Brantley? No, she didn't.
Yeah, what? That doesn't make sense.
She
He
went.
literally said something else. Yeah, he literally said different, like just now.
She left them and stayed with you and Brantley. You talking about when she went to South Carolina? I think they're talking about when you went to South Carolina. When y'all went to South Carolina.
What happened with Babs? We partied with Babs.
Yeah, it was Brantley's birthday. It was like
It's Brantley's
Brantley's birthday weekend. Yeah. I don't know what's that relevant to.
That sounds like an
Didn't
Edwin
you rescue
narrative.
her? No, Edwin left on his flight, and like the next day we were driving through on our way to South Carolina. We picked her up. We didn't rescue her from for Edwin because honestly, we didn't know that any of this happened. All right, just so you know, like while this whole car ride and the week with Edwin being horrible, we didn't know. We didn't know things were bad with Edwin and Babs at all. We just were driving right past Babs's house, and Brantley and Babs hit it off when they met each other. So Brantley asked Babs, like, "Hey, I'm going to South Carolina. Want to come with us?" And she was down, and so we picked her up. She helped us with the driving because it's a fucking 12-hour drive. We got there, and once we kind of settled in, Babs is like, "Guys, I got to tell you what happened with these creeps." And she told us the story. So when we're in South Carolina, that's the first time we knew that things were bad.
Yeah,
That's how we found out about it.
She told y'all when y'all were there. Yeah. Well, I got told that I don't have to watch the rest of the video because Assistant Sailor pretty much said everything.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, nothing else, right?
Yeah. No, not really. I'm just looking through my notes again. I mean, yeah. I guess the only other thing I'd like to bring up is that Edwin tried to or I guess it was more Salvo that tried to claim that he was never making a video, and it was all just rumors perpetuated by Salvo. That was he was epically trolling Nicholas Diorio by lying and spreading these false rumors.
Yeah, Salvo
and
said
Edwin,
that in his video.
Yeah, Edwin was never gonna make a video about it. But then we saw that he timestamped 3 videos to look at for what I assume to be a video, right? Why else would he timestamp these videos? It just seems like another lie.
It was 2 videos.
Well, yeah, but it was. I assume it's 3 because it's the volume
because it says
3.
the receipts volume 3.
Yeah.
Unless that means
I mean,
third page.
Why is he so hell bent on fighting Babs? He obviously made Babs feel uncomfortable. Why doesn't he just apologize? I don't get it. That makes no sense. Why he's hell bent on going after Babs? You made her feel uncomfortable, Edwin. You talk to this girl for 5 hours a day, every single day on the fucking phone for months and months and months. All right. You two were about to meet each other and potentially start dating, right? This was the very start of a relationship. First day she meets you, you pawn her off to use as bait to have a threesome with fucking Salvo because you're more into Salvo. Tell me how fucking you know what I mean? What? I don't know.
Well, it sounds like to me that Edwin couldn't save Babs from Salvo's abuse, I guess, is what is currently the narrative. I mean, we don't know what happened in that gap there, right? But I mean, it's a little odd that you just stay quiet when all that's happening if you know that somebody's uncomfortable, which you knew because she had her hat or her shirt over her head, right? She was covering her face. I mean, that's a 3-hour car ride. I don't know. Did that happen 2.5 hours in, or did that happen a half hour in? That would make a big difference too.
Yeah, just all weird.
It
She
is.
was.
Yeah.
Somebody said in the chat, this is a great point. She was pushed into Chris too. Yeah, it was like Edwin was like, anybody want to fuck my girl type of shit. Like, what is wrong with Edwin? Like, come on, bro. Like, dude, you're such a fucking loser for that. It is true. That is fucking true. Babs was just wasted. She was like out of her mind drunk. You know, she's just going with the flow, trying to have a good time, trying to party. You know, look, dude, if you're the more sober person in the group, which that night, Edwin was the more sober person, Salvo was the more sober person. You know, your job is to like look out for everyone, make sure everyone's safe, and like, you know, that you take it's a man, like, you know, as men, you take a protective role, right? And you want to make sure everyone is safe and everyone's fucking good.
Yeah.
Especially when people are wasted at the party. In my opinion, based on everything that I know that happened, I feel like the opposite was happening, right? Like Babs was probably more drunk than anyone, and they weren't trying to protect her, trying to get whatever they fucking could get out of her. And it's just, I don't know. I hate to put it. I hate.
Doesn't sound good, Keem.
I hate to put it that way, right? Because that sounds like, you know, like rapey or whatever. And Babs is adamant that she wasn't raped, she wasn't sexually assaulted. But like, it's really what it is. That's really what it is. It wasn't about protecting Babs because she was wasted and looking out for her. It was about using her, and it led on to the next day when everyone was sober. And that's just, it's not how you treat people, right? I've never had any fucking girl leak DMs with me or fucking say, Keem's a creep, Keem did this, Keem did that. Like, ever. Because I'm a fucking man. And what I'm realizing for doing fucking YouTube this entire fucking time is a lot of these guys, these men, they're not men, they're boys. They're little pussy
Preach,
loser ass bitches, bro.
Preach.
They're not men.
No, because men wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Men wouldn't do that.
A man would stand up. If something fucked up was happening in a car, they'd be like, hey, put your dick away, asshole. Stop this. You know? Be like, hey, find the next fucking gas station. We're getting out. I'm getting an Uber for her. We're going to get in an Uber. We're going to drive somewhere without you. That's what a man would do.
Well,
that's what, by
I
the way,
mean-
somebody who of Edwin's MO, right? The Me Too guy. Like, shouldn't he be the guy to do that?
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not
and the stories are, and this part's already out there, but like when she wanted him to get out of her house and he was still there, like what, 2 or 3 days later?
Oh.
So
Somebody
I mean,
said that they're predators. I would not say that they're predators. Here's the problem with terms like this, right? When this stuff happens where Babs wasn't being respected, and then you go and say predator, right? Or like, you know, sexual assault, or like you use these terms, you're putting too much on it, right? You're trying to put a label on this shit.
But
right?
Keem, okay, in that car ride, okay, I understand Babs is like, she's not calling it that, and I get that, okay? I'm not one, I'm the type of person, no matter what the situation is, if they don't want to go to the police, I'm not going to sit there and go, you have to go to the police, all right? Because to me, it's whether they want to go to the police or not, or whatever, okay? If she's sitting there, she's not calling it a sexual assault, she's not calling it that. Me personally, I see it as what it is, and that's what it is.
I like this person in chat, the llama, who said it's like manipulation and coercive
Yes,
or
it's
whatever.
coercion. Yes, that's
Yeah.
Yes.
I like terms like
Predatory.
that, but like when you say predator, bro, like I
agree with you, Keem. It's not
James
not-
Charles and the DMs with minors. And it's
Okay,
like,
yeah,
I don't
that
like,
part, I don't think Edwin is, I personally don't think Edwin is going, oh, let me find a victim and do this and do that. No, I don't think Edwin does that.
I don't think it's fair to label either Edwin or Salvo a predator.
No, I
right?
would not label them.
I wouldn't either.
I like,
No.
come on, guys. But what I'm saying is, in these moments, they they were fucking bad, right? It wasn't. It was fucking disgusting behavior.
Yeah, I'm not trying to split hairs here.
If she was uncomfortable and she was showing she was uncomfortable by putting the shirt over her face and they did not stop, it is what it is. That is abusive. That is abuse. That is sexual abuse. That is sexual assault. A sexual assault doesn't mean they have to beat the shit out of her to be an assault. Sexual assault does not mean you have to rape them for it to be an assault. She was in a car. She was in a car with two men on an interstate or a highway or freeway, whatever the fuck they call, for hours.
Yeah, for 3 hours.
That is a sexual assault.
Xylie, it's more than that. She's literally saying no. They're like, can we pull this car over? Let's pull over. We'll pull over. And she's saying no. Like, she's saying no multiple times, too.
Keem, that's a sexual assault.
Yeah,
but the thing is, she's not calling it that. So I don't know, like, I know what it is. I know exactly what the label is, but I know she's not calling it that.
But listen, you got to understand that there are some women out there that would say this is sexual assault, you're a rapist, basically you're a predator, right? That internet definition that we have, like, not all people, like, if you leave the internet and you talk to women and you're like, you say this scenario, they'll be like, yeah, that guy's a creep. Would you call him a rapist? No. Would you call him a sexual? Would you think you were sexual assault? So many women would say, just like Babs, like, no. Like, they would say no. So it's like the internet has these extreme definitions for this type of stuff, but normal people, like literally normal people off the internet, they don't have the same extreme like fucking labels that the internet puts on this stuff. They would just say like these two guys were creeps, they were trying to fuck me. Like it would be so nonchalant, like that was the situation.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Keem. I would have called it sexual abuse whether I was on the internet or not. I haven't been on the internet that long.
You got to read between the lines, though, because like I think that there's a reason why Babs wouldn't want to go all the way to saying that, because there can be legal implications with that. Now all of a sudden it's she's implicated in potentially like slander or libel, depending on where she does it, right? So what I'm saying is that like it makes sense that she wouldn't just outright say it. She would go around and tell people about it, say like I don't feel this way,
and she doesn't. And she doesn't. She honestly doesn't. That's what she told me last night. She does not feel like it was that, but she said it was creepy. It was creepy. It was a huge creep factor.
Yeah, the hair that I'm splitting here is it's predatory, but I don't know if they're predators.
Let me put it this way. Babs would never willingly hang out with either one of them ever again.
Right.
Ever again. Like, dude, she didn't want Edwin to stay at her house, right? But like she just like was in that situation, and it only got worse from there. You know, they were fighting that whole week. Like she tells him to leave and he doesn't leave. Like, fuck, bro. It's just so weird.
Yeah, Pez says it. It's if not a predator, at the very least they are sex pests. Yeah, that's how she describes it. It was like pesty. It was very like pestering.
Yeah, can I also just another weird thing I noticed. In the time between Nick Diorio ended his stream and Xylie started her stream, Salvo tweeted out, "Babs is a filthy liar. Edwin must destroy her. Diorio's right. The accusations Babs are throwing are incredibly damaging and extraordinarily false. She will rot in hell."
You know, I'm sorry, dude.
He deleted that like soon after, but
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like you really can't listen to anything Salvo says anyway.
Yeah,
he's a known liar. He's said that he's a liar. He's been shouting it from the heavens. He's a liar. So it's like I don't know if I can trust anything.
Obviously,
guys, are we forgetting the Tommy C stream where Edwin and Salvo were both acting like nothing happened in the car, and then they came out later and said, "Okay, yeah, I did have my dick out. Yeah, we were trying to have sex with her." Like,
oh yeah, and Edwin says, "Tommy, if you were jerking off, are you hard?" What?
Yeah. Like,
what,
it's
Edwin?
Just,
yeah.
It's like one of these things. It's like, look, these guys were creeps.
Salvo is Tommy's new co-host. I forgot about that.
And I mean,
no, he's not. I don't.
Oh, they're not doing that anymore? Oh, I'm sorry. I heard wrong. My bad.
Yeah. And so why would he delete that tweet, right? Like, if he's just like lying and he doesn't care, is he scared that something else was potentially going to be exposed? And then he like, I'm just theory crafting here. I'm not saying anything concrete. But was he scared of something else potentially coming out, and that's why he just like deleted it? Because like Salvo usually leaves tweets up, right? I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
So when we were in South Carolina, remember xylie, we called into your show and we were like, Edwin was on the show at the time. He was on your show.
Okay.
And we called into your show in South Carolina, and we were basically, or we were in the chat, maybe Babs called in or something. We were in the chat. We never
Y'all were
called
in
in.
the chat, and you were basically telling us everything that went on, but you did it so cryptically we didn't pick it up at that point.
Yeah, I was like, oh, big stuff's gonna happen. And I was watching Edwin's like get nervous live on your stream.
Oh, on that stream, because I named it
So-
the Cuckening and we edited it. And at one point he goes to get water and he says, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, so if you guys go back to let me start from the beginning just so the stream like really understands this, all right? So we're in South Carolina, we're with Babs and Brantley. It's Brantley's birthday, so it would have been around the time of like December 19th-ish, right? And Babs has told us the story earlier that day. Come to find out, Edwin is streaming on xylie's channel. Like his face is there, everything, right? So we go in and we start trolling him, and we're like, we stole Edwin's girl. We start fucking with him, like letting him know that Babs is with us. We're doing temperature checks, right? Because we're trying to fucking see his reaction, and if he looks guilty, right? We're fucking with him. And sure enough, he's fucking very, very concerned because Brantley posted a picture with all three of us like on Twitter to prove that we were all hanging out in South Carolina. xylie's like roasting him, like Brantley stole your girl type of shit. And I'm just typing in the chat like, ooh, big stuff is going to happen. Big story coming out, right? And all these were just to see his reactions. I knew right then and there that Babs was most likely telling me the truth because
He started freaking out. You saw it in his face and how he was acting.
Yeah, I was purposely trolling him just to see like what the truth was, right?
Yeah, he started freaking out.
I saw him freaking out. I'm like, okay, Bab's story's probably true then, you know? So that was like the first of it. And then, you know, I got more information from talking to people privately that were involved. And, you know, basically Edwin told me what happened, well, his side of events, but he confirmed a lot of the details, and it was like, fuck it, you know, Keemstar showtime, because like knew that the story had legs, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Well, if she wants to speak on it, I told her I would help her out with that.
But if I were Edwin, dude, the best thing you could do is be like, look, if I made someone feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry. No.
Well, according to Repzilla, he apologized to her. Okay, so according to Repzilla, they got into a call. He mediated a call between him and the girls, and she had said that you made me feel uncomfortable, and according to Repzilla, he apologized to her.
Well, I think it should be publicly because, like, look, he's publicly saying Babs is a liar, right?
Yeah, he publicly called her a clout whore too.
Exactly.
And private.
Well, the only
Edwin.
problem is, the only problem is the only proof that he has that Babs is supposed to like this clout whore is because she just goes on all these streams and whatnot. But then, as we pointed out earlier in the stream, that's easily disproven by just pointing out that she doesn't plug her OnlyFans like in any of these streams, you know.
And she only
She
does it
doesn't,
and
and she really should. She really should, because she's got great tits. I've seen them.
Oh my God, King God, Lord have mercy.
Jesus.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, what do we think about Edwin's behavior in all this? Because I think he's
I just wanna
intentionally.
say-
Yeah,
I
sorry.
just want to say, Edwin, like real quick. Never mind. That's too far. I seen Babs' tits when she was hung over. And like at the end of the day, it's like you treat women with respect. You still get, you know, what you want. You just gotta
Keem,
treat
what was she
women with
hung over?
respect.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, like, dude, You know better, Edwin. Like, you're an expert in the sexual assault and respecting women and all this fucking stuff, bro. You know better. Just apologize and be done with it. I don't know why you'd want to carry this on. Like, dude, there's nothing that you can bring to the table where people are going to be like, oh, Edwin's right. He's 100% innocent. Like, no, that's never, ever going to be the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
I know. When I talk to her, she just like it's pissing her off to no end that she's like they're lying about it. They keep lying about it. You know.
She's more bothered by the you know how like if a woman gets like sexually assaulted or something bad happens to them and goes to the police or goes to the internet and nobody believes them, like type of shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like damage is like 10 times worse because of that, not believing.
Sure.
These lies about the situation from Salvo and Edwin are hurting Babs like more than this situation. I know that for a fact. I've seen her react in real time to them lying about something that happened. She just like it's like a knife cutting her. So
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess my final thing for this stream would be, what do you guys think about Edwin's actions and all this, right? Because, I mean, he's talking to so many people. He forgot that he hadn't talked to Aiko before the stream, right? Yeah. He's obviously, from what I can gather, he's obviously trying to gather out as many allies as possible. And I was one of the people he tried to gather as an ally, I believe. And
he tried to coerce you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I think if Edwin was smart, he'd like go to Ohio with Salvo. They should start a show together and make out every stream.
You know that's his nickname now, Ohio Edwin.
Ohio Edwin.
Dude, that tweet from xylie was sick. That was that was really funny. You knocked it out of the park with that one.
Yeah, he went from just SJW Edwin to Alabama Edwin, and now he's Ohio Edwin.
Dude, why won't Edwin let me call into his show? Like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Because he was scared.
You know why.
You know why.
Yeah,
you
know
scared
why.
you were going to say what you said tonight.
Exactly.
So, have a conversation with me about it. Like, why are you afraid of it? Dude, if you're innocent, you shouldn't be afraid of having a conversation about it.
Well, you said it at the beginning of the call, Keem, like when you came in, like the best thing that he could have done if he just knows that he's in the wrong for all of this stuff is basically not address it, say he's not going to talk about it, and just keep doing like his own content and just completely, disregard all of it. But instead of doing that, he did a stream where he barely did anything to say. Actually, he didn't really say anything except he basically went for 20 minutes and then just said like, "Oh, guys, I won, and I'm not talking about it anymore." But he didn't say anything. So it's like the worst of all worlds that he went with. It's like I'm not sure exactly how he expected that to go.
I would have been like, dude, if I was Edwin, I would have been like, I didn't sexual assault anyone. I didn't rape anyone. Like, I didn't sexually harass anyone. I didn't do any of this stuff. But I made Babs feel uncomfortable, clearly, and I'm sorry for that. And, any of the other shit, I don't care, right? That's just drama type stuff. But this is the thing that's important to me. It's important to my channel. You guys know I'm always covering this essay, allegations, and whatnot. And I fucked up, I guess. I made this girl feel uncomfortable, and I don't want any girl to feel uncomfortable around me. So I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm not covering any more aspect of this drama. Or at least I'm going to try not to. And
I mean, that's a good point. It's like because that's the whole purpose for his thing, right? That's his channel, like in general. Like, what at the very least, why wouldn't you want to address it just to be able to quell the concerns that you might be the predator, or that you might be the predators that you usually go after. That's might. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying might be.
That's what he should have said. That's what he should have said. Because when you're being like, Babs is lying, Babs is doing this, Babs is like, dude, isn't that victim blaming or whatever the fucking term is? Like, what? Like, Bab is not saying rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment. Bab isn't saying anything, any one of these terms that he would have to defend like this.
Right.
Babs is literally just saying, bro, it was so uncomfortable. These guys, fucking sucking on my toes, like I want to puke, I'm hungover. That's all Babs is saying. So he should apologize publicly for making her feel uncomfortable and move on. Because I don't think that he's a rapist. I'm sorry, I don't think that he's a sexual assaulter, all right? And I don't think Salvo is either.
So between the two of you guys that know the full situation, like, would you say, like, is there anything that hasn't been brought up publicly that would make sense as to why he doesn't want to talk, like, wouldn't talk about what happened? Like, is he worried that something's going to come out that would be even more damaging than what's already been said?
Everything I know has been said publicly. There's like nothing that I know that's like still like in the air. Like, no.
What about you, Zoe?
Edwin's reaction to when, from what she told me, Edwin's reaction to when at the point where Salvo whipped his dick out.
Okay.
The point
That would
at that
be-
point and on.
Got it. Well, okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
And then, something about the threesome.
Which was the night before.
Which
I'm
was
just
the night before,
remembering.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, chat knows what to do now. Next Edwin stream, be spamming what happened after Salvo whipped it out.
No, because that is against TOS. That is
Oh, yeah,
encouraging
true.
people to brigade a chat, and you are not supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah,
We
that's
here at
fucked up.
xylie Gets Real do not condone such actions. Thank you.
My bad. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Dude, why is Salvo online? It's so confusing to me. It's like
Shadow humor.
nothing.
We get it. Don't spam. Shadow humor. Stop spamming.
Nothing Salvo said ever says, like especially now, is taking like there's no credit given to it, like at all. Salvo could be like shot in the leg and like upload a YouTube short and be like, guys, I just got shot. Like no one would believe it. Like
I'd be like, this is disinformation because he wants Nick to cover it. That's what I would say.
Why are you still speaking? Like just leave, bro. Like
I don't
I'm
get
sorry, but
No, dude, I covered this a while ago. I like put out a tweet about it. But like basically Salvo's whole thing now is like going on like small commentator Twitter spaces and like bullying everyone there into like, because like obviously all the, like I'm not gonna name any names, but all like the small commentary like space host like want him there for content, right? So like basically Salvo says, "Oh, kick this guy off, or I'm leaving." They're gonna kick the guy off, or else Salvo leaves and they don't get any more content, right? And like that's all he's doing nowadays. It's just super cringe and like
Sounds like
stupid.
more coercion to me.
Yeah, it's just like it literally happened where like I hopped in on a space and like he was insulting the host. He was like, dude, you're so talentless. You don't know how to do anything. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I said, Salvo, what's your talent? And he got like super pissy. And then he was like,
cute because again, you stream.
Yeah.
Then you stream, Salvo. If you can do it so much better, then why aren't you streaming right now? And apparently you're in the clear, right? Because that's your narrative, that you've done nothing wrong, or that what you did was not wrong. So then stream, my boy.
No, his excuse. His studio hasn't been built yet. His studio's still being built. So once
that's ever stopped him before.
He used to go,
Yeah.
he used to go live on a cell phone.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's never stopped him before. That's a narrative. Come on, you're playing silly games.
He used to go live on a cell phone.
dude, when he left the Keemstar show, he would always say, he's like, you know where the Keemstar show is gonna be in like 4 months, and do you know where I'm gonna be? Like, this is the type of shit this motherfucker was saying. It was so funny.
It's so funny.
Hold on, wait a second. I want y'all to hear this. I want to hear this cut real quick because Maggot put this out, and it says, hold on. It says Edwin is such a snake. He went onto Aiko's stream last night and then threatened her right before he left. Hold on.
Yes, he did. I heard.
Did he
that, too.
really?
He did.
Like, okay,
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to. I didn't know this was gonna be the kind of vibe. What?
Well, then I'm sorry. I guess you just don't know that, like, the things that we talked about with, like, abusive situations. Like, I actually do care about that, and I can't just, like, let things go when someone's still not being honest. So,
and I'm gonna get a copyright claim.
Right, but
you can come back when you're ready to be honest.
Here. Hope that there's no implication of abuse throughout any of this, though.
Hey, it's a good stream.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that I care about. I care about people who are actually like. I care about people getting fucked over. How about that? You talk about abuse. That's why I talk about it.
If you're genuine about that, I invite you to have a call off stream. I would love for that, you know?
No, I don't think you're gonna be any more honest than you are now. Yeah, no, not. I think you're full of shit. I watched this stuff today, and I don't think you're being honest. But maybe someday you will.
You're full of shit too because you don't fucking care, and you'll find out eventually.
Okay.
Yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want Aiko W's in the chat. She's a bad bitch. I stand Aiko now.
Where do I see?
She did great tonight, but I do have a question. You guys around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's going
Someone
on?
link me that video though, Xylie, in the group chat. Can you link that?
Yeah, I got you.
So, all right. A lot of information, Edwin, today. I think the stream went extraordinarily well. And I'm hearing like that Edwin's actually planning on making videos and stuff like that. That was leaked. And Sailor, I believe you're the source for that one.
Well, yeah, I can clarify here.
Sure.
Basically, what he said was that he went through and timestamped everything, and that like it's kind of like on the docket, you know. Like eventually, he's planning on doing it, but he literally said like, "Oh, my Marilyn Manson videos are so well researched. They take so much time. It would take too much time to do it, and I'm not going to do that right now." Is basically what he said.
But what was like the actual plan? I guess I wasn't here in the beginning.
Like for the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't go into that. He was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make it eventually and put it up on my main channel." And...
No, but like, who is it on?
Oh, he didn't. I guess he didn't really specify, but you know, the notes are on the Keemstar show and you. So I mean, that's what I assume.
Hold on. Give me a
like
second. Here.
Aiko looks. Who is
Nick.
Aiko? She looks like a cage fighter.
Okay, if these notes are correct, and you took these screenshots, right?
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
If you look at this one, you can see Keen Car Ride Show, and that link does go to the Keemstar Show, and Nick Hate Edwin right here at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know. I think it's a total fucking nothing burger. I do. I don't. I don't think that Edwin's. I now believe less that Edwin is coming after me in Keemstar. I don't think he's actually making that video on us. No. Wait. What he got you in a call and he was talking about. I guess making a video in the future on his main channel.
Yes. He said it would be like a main channel video.
Why would he make a main channel video? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. He's going to introduce his audience to this?
I mean, actually, I guess I could have misinterpreted. He could have meant a main channel style video, but what he was talking about when he was talking about that was that basically like his videos just take a lot of time to make, like the Marilyn Manson videos. Like they're rock solid, and I did a lot of research. They just take forever, so I'm not doing it. So I took that as he's going to upload on his main channel, but I guess, yeah, maybe
He
not.
told you that he's not doing it, and your takeaway was that he's uploading a video on his main channel?
Well, no, he told me that he was going to at some point. He wasn't currently doing it, but it was sort of on the docket.
You see why I'm saying this is like a nothing burger?
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that, but...
All right. I just wanted to come on here and clear that up, because that's why I took down the tweet.
Are you high, Nick?
No, I feel like I'm tracking right now. I don't know. He's not. All I got so far is he's probably not making a video, and if he does, it'll be a long time from now.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm so confused on why you're so obsessed with this, right? Because
I'm the one who tweeted it, so I want to clear it up.
No, but like when I think of Edwin, like making a video on me and exposing me, like I just don't think about that. I think about it, and then I'm not thinking about it ever again until someone talks about it. Like,
all right, well, it's because Nick is the optics guy, so Nick always wins. Okay,
I mean, I guess
that's why
like,
I'm just coming in to clear that up, because I don't know. Listen, it was sold to me a very different way. I don't know. I don't necessarily.
I just feel like you're putting.
The reason,
I just feel he's gonna make a video eventually.
Yeah, I feel Nick has put way too much energy into this, like in my opinion.
Right, and the reason that was my
true, yeah.
takeaway was like I was thinking about it. I was like, what other reason? What other motivations would he have to timestamp all these things and do all this? I mean, at the very least, he was probably planning to make a
Right.
video.
So
at some
I'm getting
point,
there's a
right?
lot more inferred here than initially was conveyed to me. And that's fine. I don't know. I'm not saying anything to you specifically, but I think it's important to clear up when there's a whole stream called Edwin is a liar, and this is like the main subject of the stream. So I just wanted to come in. I think that it's a little too on the nose that he'd be making like a main channel video on something like this. I just wanted to come and correct it.
Sounds like a second channel thing, honestly.
If it even gets made ever.
Carla said that there's rumors about Keemstar and Brantley. He's probably going to use it. What are the rumors?
Okay, wait a minute. That's Carla. That's one of them hoes that was in the I believe that's the same Carla. Is that the same Carla? Yeah, that was I believe that's the same Carla that was in the DMs with Salvo.
Okay, so what are the rumors about me and Brantley?
I believe. And if it's not, I'm sorry.
Carla, what are the rumors?
It's probably coming from Salvo if she's Salvo camp, then that's Salvo stuff. So that there's nothing there. It's a lie.
Yeah. That's the point.
Yeah.
Well, put her on blast. What are the rumors about me and Brantley? I'll tell you if they're true or not.
She hasn't typed it out yet.
But all right, Sailor, aren't you friends with Salvo?
Me? No.
Yeah,
no.
I always just assumed you were. I don't know.
No. Salvo knew about me because like I had like tweeted at him a couple times like things I found funny, like when Petty Page promoted like the supposed scam in her exposed video on him. I tweeted that out, and apparently like the Salvo news team people liked me because I'd covered a couple of their stories or whatever. And so Salvo was aware of me, and that's why he agreed to do the interview.
Right.
Well, he loves going on small channel. He loves going on small channels.
Yeah,
He tried to get on here today.
All right, well, I'm fucking exhausted. I just wanted to come on here and clarify that stuff because I didn't want anybody to be misled because of my tweet. So
Yeah, I got you.
thanks for having me.
Yep.
Thanks, Nick.
Peace, gamers.
So that was the attorney for the commentary community, apparently. Nicholas Diorio.
I'm not sure I understand the distinction. I wish I had been able to talk to him a little bit more about that because I wasn't really tracking with what he was saying. But
He's saying that he thinks it's bullshit. That he doesn't think that a video is getting made.
Well, I mean, so what? So then the screenshots of that are just like optics. And the other thing is too, like Edwin was pressuring Assistant Sailor not to leak those so that he could do another interview with him. So
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Carla goes, it's just me. There are rumors that you and Brantley are bringing girls home, sex trafficking style.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's some S&T bullshit. There we go.
Okay, what do you mean sex trafficking? Explain that. Because me and Brantley have brought girls home before. Yes. Okay. How does sex trafficking like come into that conversation?
Well, you
Explain
see, you
that
traffic
one.
them from the bar to your house, so that's a traffic right there.
Like what?
But she also says, in my opinion, it's only lies. Girl.
Yeah, but that's just, what are you talking about sex trafficking? Like what?
S&T never dies. S&T never dies.
Sex trafficking is like, I kidnap the girl, and then I like sell her to like some guy that wants to like, what are we talking about? Like, that's so fucking stupid that you said that. Like, you're an idiot.
Well, it's Carla. So, yes, you're right. An idiot. You're absolutely correct.
What's crack-a-lackin', Bo Blacks?
What's up, Bo Blacks?
Yo, yeah, I hope Edwin makes a video. It would be funny as fuck. He has nothing to say. Dude, every time he talks on stream, like every other word out of his mouth either makes no sense or is a lie. I heard him on Ico's stream, like talking about where the cat room was in Bab's house, and he couldn't even say that properly. First he said it was at the end of the hall to the right, then he said it was at the end of the hall to the left, then he said it was right after the stairs, then he said it was in the middle. Like, he can't even get his fucking story straight with, like, which room is where in a house. He's stupid. He's brain dead. He cannot make a cohesive argument to save his life.
I agree. That's why I think like Nick's taking this way too serious, and like it should be like a pointing and laughing at Edwin until he like realizes like what to do, because what to do is so easy. Upload a video and be like, apparently I made Babs feel uncomfortable and I'm sorry for that. And to my friends who I picked Salvo over, I fucked up there too. And that should be it. That should be it. It's
You
like
know
two
what?
ste-
I agree, and I also think he should go on live stream and take an IQ test and purposely get it low so he has an excuse for how retarded he's been. I think that would also
Start
be
drooling.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Just
just
start drooling through
because only a retard would fucking lie this much. Either a retard or an evil person. I think he's both. I think he's stupid and evil, but
I mean, we're not
Well,
gonna know if a video comes out until it comes out. I mean, he might have
Yeah.
thought about doing a video at one point.
Again, I can't imagine that it's optics. I can't imagine that he's trying to play an optics game by having these notes. He has these notes for some reason.
Maybe
He was in the Discord watching the videos.
He didn't purposely
like,
he
I was
didn't
just gonna
purposely leak these. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it could just potentially be because well, I mean, we know he's talking to all these different he's talking to all these different people. Like he thought he talked to Aiko. He's like talking to all these other like small people in the community, trying to gain allies. Nick knows because they're leaking it to him. Maybe these like notes literally are just like to prove in like small Discord chats that like he's innocent. You know?
So, Assistant Sailor, why did he show you those at all? Like, what was
Because,
the context of him showing you that?
I mean, I don't know why he brought them up on the screen share. He could have just brought them up.
What was he saying
Like,
when he brought them up?
He was basically what we were talking about was how he was saying how Nick Diorio apparently misframed one of his misframed what happened when he sent the text to Nick Diorio. Like when he sent the text to Nick Diorio being like, "Oh, you won't believe what Keemstar said about you," right? He was basically saying that they misframed that, and he pulled up a timestamp from that to like prove it to me. And he was like, "See, look, this was," and he was like, "See, look, this is from, this DM is from the 10th of that month, but the clip from the stream that he played was from 5 days earlier, so that doesn't make any sense." What I was actually referring to,
For your intuition, did he mean to show you those, or was it kind of
Yeah,
like
oh,
he just had
no.
those and that's what he was referencing?
He definitely meant to show me those. I even like made a I made a comment where I was like, "Dude, why don't you just like use like links that already have the timestamp on them? I don't know why you would go through all this effort." And he was like, "I don't know."
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, if one comes out, it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah.
Also, Edwin saying that we weren't good friends is like literally brain dead retarded. Anyone on stream that have heard any of our conversations is clearly that was not the case. He even said to me in DMs like, "I really don't want to lose your friendship, dude. I really don't want to lose it."
Yeah.
Hold on, he said that he never talked to you off stream. Is that true?
Yeah, is that true?
Well, yeah, we've talked off stream, but majority of our talking time has been on stream. But guess what?
Sure,
Majority of my talking time with xylie's on stream. Same with Nick. Same with Augie. I don't really go on Discord outside of live streams that often.
No.
That's just how I am. I've talked with him as much as I talked with Augie or Nick or any of my
same.
good friends online.
Yeah, just like me. No.
It's like, what does... I think that outs Edwin as just being terminally like always on Discord or something. Like,
Well, yeah, and then
do I
he-
have to talk with him on Discord all the time? We stream like I talk with him almost every week on stream for like 6 to 10 hours. Like
Yeah,
what?
right.
Like
Did you
what?
guys-
Does it need to
yeah.
be more than that?
Did you guys talk in DMs a lot? Because when I was talking to him, I remember he said something along the lines of like, "Oh, it'd take like 2 seconds to scroll from top to bottom of our DMs."
2 seconds. Let me try.
Maybe it wasn't. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like it was basically like it wouldn't take me long at all to scroll from like top to bottom.
It's okay. I'll scroll from top to bottom right now. We'll time it, right? Does anyone have a timer? Someone want to put a timer on screen?
Sure.
Let's go.
I can just time it from my phone.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll up now, and I'm using my mouse, by the way.
Wait, what
like
are y'all
I'm
doing?
like actually clicking it, scrolling
We're
up in
timing it.
Edwin's DMs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, looking how long it takes. Okay, it just finished.
It's 10 seconds.
10
yeah.
seconds.
But that's like multiple pages loaded. There has to be like at least 200 DMs here.
Yeah.
Starting in June 2022. And like we mostly don't talk. We mostly talked on audio. So.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't
it's like
know.
as much as I
guess
have with Nick or Augie, probably.
If I'm being charitable, I would say that I guess it would maybe in some world it would make sense in Edwin's perspective that he doesn't consider you like a friend just because like you just did content together or something like that. But from your perspective and also from mine, it makes a lot more sense that you would be friends given that you were friendly and you talked a lot while you were on stream. And just because you're talking to somebody on stream doesn't mean you're not friends, you know?
Yeah, it's
So
not like that time on stream doesn't count. Like I'd say I'm friends with xylie, but how much does me and xylie talked off stream? Barely any at all.
Yeah.
It's like saying that you're not friends with somebody. It's like saying you're not friends with somebody just because you hang out with them a lot at work. It's like, sure, you may not hang out with them at all, like outside of work, but you're friends still.
Yeah, it's not like Edwin was my best friend in the whole wide world, but like we were really, really close, especially for internet friends. We were like as close as I considered him as close as Augie and Nick, pretty much. So he would definitely be in like my top 5 internet friends for sure.
Bullbox, since you're here, do you want to clear up at all the thing about removing him from the Discord server or any of that?
Yeah, when Edwin was acting snaky and fucky, Edwin or Nick and Augie hit me up and they're like, "Yo, we should remove him from the group chat," and I wholeheartedly agreed.
Snaky?
What he was just being weird and snaky. So, well, I'll go into depth, I guess, a bit. Like, basically, he was like defending Salvo, shitting on Augie's mom. And then he's like, it's a little awkward that I feel like I have to defend Salvo. And he was like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, Salvo just, like, was being, like, horrible about Augie's mom. And we were venting about it in our private group chat. And then Edwin's like, oh, I don't know. And, like, he was telling Salvo about stuff we said in the group chat and stuff like that. And, yeah, if Edwin's going after me and Nick and Augie, and Edwin is, like, literally, like, defending him in the chat and then telling him shit behind the scenes.
Leaking
like, yeah,
information.
I don't want him in
Yeah.
the fucking chat. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fuck him.
Seems reasonable to me, Edwin. I don't know. I don't think you should be mad about that.
It's a very exclusive group chat too. I mean, Keem has never been in it. Like a lot of people haven't been. Dumpy's not allowed in it.
Damn.
Like it's very tight. Yeah, it's not like just like super secret stuff
you
said.
shouldn't.
But
you
it's like
shouldn't
it's
have
like
people
our
leaking
it's our
shit. You shouldn't
it's
have
our
people leaking shit in a group chat anyway. I mean.
Yeah, it's like a group chat with like the boys, like the people you would expect, like pretty much me, Augie, Turkey Tom, Augie's friend Connor, Nick, and then Edwin. That was pretty much it. And then John Swan prior to that.
Right.
That's pretty much it. Like, you know, the tight knit.
Yeah, that's y'all's group. Or what? Well, some of them was your group, but yeah, no, that was y'all's group. Yeah. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Also, I want to say, like, a lot of the stuff that happened with, like, you know, my friendship with Edwin falling out, that happened 2 months ago. You know, the Olivia stuff, I was talking with her, like, almost 6 months ago. Like, I appreciate all the support in the chat and everything, and by all means, use my situation to bring up examples of why Edwin's a shitty person, but no one needs to, like, feel bad for me. Like, I'm not, like, I guess technically in the story I'm a victim, but, like, I don't feel like I'm emotionally past all of it.
Yeah.
So
I just use it as an example of how shitty he was with friends. Just like how I feel like it was shitty for him to go to Salvo after Salvo was talking about Augie's mom the way he was. You know, why would you do that? I'd be damned. You know, that's your homeboy, and yet you're gonna go and align yourself with someone who was saying disgusting shit about your homeboy's mom. That's his mother. Like, what? You know, you don't do that shit. Stephanie for 5. Really kind of started right after Mina left. She goes, am I crazy or did all this Ohio Edwin persona kind of started right after Mina left him? Guess she was the master wrangler. I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Yeah, just because I saw people saying it in chat. I mean, I feel bad for you, dude. Like, I get what you're saying. Like, I understand where you're coming from. But, like, that's a shitty situation. You don't want a friend to do what, you know, he did to you. And I think it's wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's cuck to say that. Like, it's just a
yeah,
normal
I agree.
person would
But
agree,
I'm just
you know?
saying I'm emotionally over it. But
Yeah, and that's fair.
but
That's
yeah,
good.
I mean, I do appreciate people's support. I just don't want people to think I'm like crying victim or like,
Yeah,
oh,
no.
wasn't that big
You're
of a deal,
not.
whatever. You can like what happened, and you can take from it what you take from it. But I'm not like crying victim or saying boo-hoo me. I'm just saying what happened.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even look at you like a victim. I mean, because look, shit happens. You know,
Yeah, it's a shitty
friends come and go. You know, most friendships don't last forever. That's just fucking life, especially on the goddamn internet. It's just, to me, it's an example of him being snaky as fuck. You know?
Yeah, I also think this narrative, and it's a narrative nobody believes clearly because I've explained it so many times. But I guess it's like a narrative that Edwin's pushing. It does irk me a bit. Like when I hear Keem start talk about how Babs is like really upset at the lies, like I'm starting to get that feeling with me when he talks about my situation, because he says stuff like, you know, like, oh, Olivia led me on, and I'm just a stupid like retarded simp who like just got googly eyes for her, and she just fucking coerced me into the DMs and fucked with me for a bit, and then fucked off. No, that's not what happened at all. Like to reiterate, you know, we had the love show or whatever. I didn't take it too seriously. I didn't know who she was prior to that. Really, I knew that there was a Mama Max victim, but I didn't know she was specifically was that. You know, we did that little love show, and I thought it was a meme. I thought it was done. Then she DM'd me 2 days ago on Twitter, and 2 days later on Twitter, and she's like, hey, like, it wasn't a meme, like, I actually want to get to know you. And I'm like, okay. We get to know each other for a month. After that time, I feel like it doesn't work out. And then I move on, and we move our separate ways, and then a month later, all this comes out. And didn't she say that on your stream, xylie? Like, I'm pretty sure Olivia herself has said publicly on your stream that she was the one who reached out to me after.
I want to say yes, she did say that.
Yeah, like not talking about Edwin, but like it happened. Cause remember, like a day after the love show stream, I went on Edwin's stream and you were there too, and we were kind of talking about like, ooh, what happened? Did you slide in the DMs? And then she came on and talked about how she slid in. So, yeah, but I don't know. I guess that bothers me a little bit because I don't want to be seen as this like naive, stupid, socially inept guy who got tricked by some fucking woman on the internet, because that's not the case. And you know, me talking with women and like I guess feeling it out or dating them or whatever you want to call it, you know, it's not an uncommon occurrence. You know,
right?
Single looking to mingle, it's just normal. I don't know. It's so weird that this one from like 6 months ago is being brought up again. I get why, but I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
No, I feel you.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's like, okay, I am over this. I'm over this. So yeah, like, you know, I'm not heartbroken or anything. I'm not well, I don't like Edwin, and it kind of does suck to lose him as a friend. But hey, if he is this way, I'm glad that I eventually moved away from that piece of shit, right? So.
Yeah, with friends like these, who needs enemies, right?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll let you continue your stream, xylie. It's been awesome listening to it. I'm going to continue to listen to it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And, yeah.
I just got to take care of something in the chat.
Continue to listen to it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Almost double.
Lots of ops being run. Lots of ops being run.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
And goodbye, commentary simp. Have a lovely day. Whatever
shenanigans you're up to.
Yeah. Goodbye. Have a great day.
I just think it's so funny when people think they're so clever. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, you think this is gonna matter at all? Like, it's just like you're a commenter. Like, I get it. Like, you know, not to say that like commenters don't matter, because commenters like you are what the backbone of this stream. Please press like and subscribe for more stuff. No, but like, you know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? I don't understand people with that. Like, why? What do you think you're gonna do? Like, you think you're gonna derail the stream just because you said some shit in chat? It's like, come on.
I mean, to be fair,
that's a possibility with Keemstar.
Well,
Okay, yes, because Keem gets on my nerves so much because he can't stop looking at the chat.
Yeah. Does anyone? Yeah. What did Chris mean in his tweet where he said, "What was this? Edwin and Salvo shit part 2, 11-hour stream, Lightfall tomorrow." And then he says, "Fuck this gay op shit." Is that like?
I think he's just talking about Destiny.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
think that they think you got opt.
I didn't get opt.
There's no way it was an op. He's not that smart.
Yeah, like I
Salvo
don't think I've
is.
been opt.
Oh, come now.
Salvo would do something like that. All he
But
has to
that
do
would
is
imply
talk
that they're-
Edwin through it.
I don't think that they're working together though at this point.
Oh, I think.
mean-
have you seen Salvo's videos?
I mean,
Yeah.
I have, but I don't trust anything Salvo says.
Yeah.
And just the way that he interacted with Salvo in the last chat, like I don't, or like in the last stream that he had, or the first, I'm sorry, I guess the first stream back that Edwin had, it was just like, I don't know. I just feel like there was some distancing going on there.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they both lie so much. I don't know what's up or down with them.
That's what I'm saying. Is that so? Why trust any of it?
Well,
like I'm just gonna go ahead and assume they're not.
Yeah, exactly. Your point. Why trust any of it? Any
Right.
of it. So I don't know. But here's the thing about the video. If it happens, it happens. I think it's weird that he took notes like that if he wasn't doing a video.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what makes me believe there would be a video. Because why would you take notes like that?
Well, also too, it's like, why wouldn't there be a video? Like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
why would he do the stream that he did? Especially since like we know for a fact that Olivia was going to be on that stream. To what ends we don't know, but she was going to be there, and then she wasn't there, and then he had to scramble for 60 minutes in order to be able to put up like something that he could reasonably try to convince people was the stream that he meant to do. You know,
Right.
and then he has this thing where he's going around to every, a smaller commentary creator and trying to like get good with them so that he can build allies so that he can start a war. It's like I don't like that's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Okay, how do I put this? Because my brain is like fried right now.
Yeah.
I think that. Like, okay, we know when Sal will go live next, he's going to have a big crowd. Okay?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sure.
Everybody's going to want to know what he has to say. Obviously. But I think that if people have a problem with Salvo, stop giving him the platform.
I agree.
I mean, yeah.
I
Agree.
mean,
Well,
but
that's
then
been my
again,
thing.
I'm not telling people what to do on their channels because
No.
I do not believe that you can platform whoever the hell you want. I'm not one to tell people what to do with their channels. It's just
Yeah, I
I know
made a-
here I'm not platforming.
Yeah, I had made a tweet saying basically like make your content about whatever the stream is with Edwin, right? And then just like it's time to ice them out. Like if you think that they're bad people, if you really believe that they're bad, then yeah, there is a point where we just got to stop paying attention to them. To me, like Salvo's there for me. It's like he's been proven to be a clown. He keeps the clown nose on and he just never takes it off. And even when he says he takes it off, he still has it on. And then, like he's trying to play the good faith thing on now recording. And then he turns around and then he is just like opping the entire time. And like, I just don't understand why it is that anybody's got to be like friendly with him. It's like, at the very least, like, I guess that's where I'm at with it. Is like, I just don't see why I need to be friendly with him. Like, I don't see why I need to platform him. I don't see why I need to go with whatever narrative he's pushing because it's probably not true. And he's been proven to be a bad guy. So it's like, So at this point, I'm willing to say, Assistant Sailor, with Assistant Sailor here, like we're sailboats in the night, right? We're just passing by each other. You wave to me, I'll wave to you. Maybe I won't even wave back. You know what I mean? And then we can just go our merry way. You make your content. I'm not going to deplatform you. You want to have a thing? Go for it. People want to watch you? Sure. More power to you. But if you want to, but I'm not going to be the one who's going to, be putting your name in my mouth. That's just not going to happen anymore. At a certain point, it's going to stop.
Wait,
right
who
now,
are you
it's
saying
funny
that
to
to?
talk about. Salvo. I'm sorry. I was just saying. I was making a joke
I thought
about
you were
Assistant
talking to
Sailor.
Sailor like that. I was
No,
like,
no,
wait
no,
a
no,
minute,
no, no,
what
no.
he doing? Okay.
I was just making a joke because he's Assistant Sailor. So I was just,
Yeah,
I was memeing. Sorry, it's late for me too.
I think a lot of mind games are being played, and it doesn't help with the 2 streams that Edwin has done. It doesn't help. I think a lot of people are muddying the waters, and I think they're doing it on purpose because one thing that Babs did say to me last night is the one thing she didn't understand is why is everybody concentrated on the three-way that they had and not the car ride.
I mean, yeah, true.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's like the conversation has gotten like shifted.
Yeah.
You know.
And I mean,
Do you feel like you've been opt, Sailor?
no, I feel like the only way I've been opt is if Edwin was secretly recording and he's just gonna like like he's gonna like go on stream and like pick apart everything I say. I'd say that's the only reality where I've been opt. You know?
Well, that'd be hilarious because then all of the information that you're providing, which is
Yeah.
like interesting and conveying like whatever narrative he's trying to say, like that'd be like the dumbest
Yeah.
op ever.
Yeah. I mean, he could definitely like cherry pick that call though. If he was smart, you know, he could like cherry
Against
pick it.
you?
Well, yeah, because he could like because I was pretty nice in that call. He could go on that call and say, "Oh, look, this guy was just intentionally trying to trick me to get me to say stuff," and then he could like say like with more like specific claims I made, like I don't know, like about the video, like him saying that him talking about his Marilyn Manson masterpiece. He could just say that never happened, and I would be like owned if he didn't release the full version, right?
Well, at that point, it would be your word against his, and
Yeah.
he's kind of a bad guy. It's like, well, okay, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, and we were talking about Edwin and Salvo working together. And I mean, obviously we don't know if they work together, but they definitely at least still like scratch each other's backs, you know? Like
Did he mention Salvo at all?
no. Well, he did in relation to like the stories, obviously. He like brought him up.
yeah.
But no, not besides
Not that he was
that.
like passing notes or anything. Because
Yeah,
that's,
no.
I mean, if there's anything that I'm still curious about, it is that it's like whether Salvo was lying about them passing notes or not. Because like of all of the things, I feel like that one maybe had a tinge of truth to it, or at least maybe was an exaggeration, perhaps, but still was possible. Like maybe at some point they had a DM conversation where it was like, you know, they're like, hey, you got anything? You got any anything that would be good for me? You know, maybe I got some stuff that's good for you, like timestamp wise or something like that. Like I could see that happening. So,
And I mean, like even Edwin, like Salvo uploads a video defending Edwin. Edwin reacts to it on stream. Even that's like a transactional relationship, if you could say, you know.
I think the queen is cooking, guys.
Queen is cooking.
I wonder. I wonder if I'm gonna get. Oh wait, what the fuck? What does this mention? This is probably a fake account, but I just got a mention from. Yeah, no, never mind. Sorry, that's a fake account. I got a mention from a fake ghosty account, and I was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like.
Yay, there's a fake ghosty.
Wait. No, this is the real ghosty.
Oh god.
He's reactivated. He has 100 followers. What the fuck?
Ghosty, if you're watching, go away. Nobody wants to talk to you. Everybody, and I would never tell people to do anything because they have their own volition. But persona non grata. If you don't know what that means, look it up.
Ghosty. Yeah, I'm not even gonna read out what he said. But yeah. Anyways, I guess my one question would be: is if I'm gonna get unblocked by Tipster after this?
I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wasn't even like really mean to him. Somebody put out this picture of like a photoshopped tipster, and I was like, you don't. And I just responded with like in quotes, like you don't even know what chibi art is, like memeing. And then he like blocked me after that. I was like, okay.
I just think it's really funny with all the tipster stuff. Like after all of the stuff with now recording and him being mad at whatever, I got a follow out of it. It's like, okay, sure, thanks, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, he followed me after all the because I don't know, you guys probably don't know this, but I was called out by Def Noodles. That was like my first like initial kind of like blow up thing. Well, I didn't really blow up that much, but you know, I was called out by Def Noodles kind of, and he followed me after that, and then he unfollowed me because of some shit, and then he refollowed me once the Salvo interview happened, and now he's obviously blocked me again. So
he's a fickle one. He's a fickle one. Tipster.
Actually, I'm reading this ghosty tweet, and he's talking about how I got gay opt because all fucking Edwin wants his attention.
Don't fall into it, dude. Don't
I
fall
know.
into it.
It's just, I'm just saying, it's ironic that Ghosty is saying Edwin is bad for wanting attention, and I got gay off because I'm getting gay off again actually right now. If I think about it.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's
I'm
it's
getting-
liar. He's a liar anyway. So it's like I don't even care what he says. You know.
Yeah, we're talking about the dude who lied about his mother dying.
Exactly. He lied about a lot more, and there's a video coming out relatively soon on him, so that'll be interesting.
Hell yeah.
Lots and lots of lies, and I didn't know about a lot of those lies before, but now I know. And if you don't know, then you will know. So sub
Let's
to now
go.
recording. But I don't know, man. I don't know how all this is going to shake out, to be honest. I mean, it's hard too, because like I do have to say, I don't want to talk out of both sides of my mouth, because I'm sitting here and I'm talking about the whole thing about icing people out. I do feel that that is something that needs to happen at some point for people. You know, you got to reach a point where you realize, like, once you know for certain, obviously you give people the out, you give people chances, you make sure that they are a good person, or you try your hardest to see if maybe a good person made a mistake. And, you know, maybe there's a 3-strike rule for you. It's different for everybody. You know, some people it's 1 strike. For me, it's like, it's a feeling, you know? And once I reach that feeling and threshold with it, then that's when I go, nah, I'm not going to engage with this person, because there's no reason. It's like, why clutter my brain with their nonsense? You know, it's just going to make things worse. The only reason why I'm entertaining Salvo at this point, like with this, I'm willing to entertain Edwin at this point, because, you know, there's a lot of like question marks there. But my thing with Salvo is just like, I mean, again, the guy is like said ad nauseum that he's a liar. He's okay with lying.
Right.
Like I like what it's just like, where do you go from there? It's like, okay, good, great. I'm very happy for you. You go do your lying thing on some other thing then, and I'm not going to listen because I don't need to.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would, you know. Also, why would his audience? Like, I'm not trying to attack anybody here, but like, who's going to watch that? It's like, you know that when the guy is talking, he could be lying. Like, sure, maybe you think it's entertaining, but like at the very least, it's like, do you like getting lied to?
It's just no respect.
It's weird. It's a little weird to me. But I guess some people like getting lied to.
All right. Well, stay on the call, D-Max.
Yep.
I'm going
Hell yeah.
to do the outro. Hold on. Okay. I'm tired. I am about to pass out. I don't know if this live stream is going to stay up. I have no idea. I haven't figured out if I'm going to keep it staying up or not. Sounds like the heart of all my relationships. I know that's right. Oh, no. He's not going to get grilled. What is he going to get grilled about? I don't know, Tiller. I have no idea. Leah, I don't know who you're said that to. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And now that I do, I don't care. Okay, Leah's talking to somebody. I'm talking to Lofi. Oh, you're talking to Lofi. Okay, I was like, wait, Leah, what? I never said that. I told y'all I'm tired. Damn it. All right, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm not even going to do the outro because I don't feel like keeping these headphones on for much longer. So, y'all have a good night. All right, peace out.